Friday night. Friday night. We're gonna get going here. Just a second. Got a special treat. Yeah. Friday night. Friday night. Friday night. Friday night. Friday night. Friday night.
Right.
Hello, Physera. Hello, Friday night. The Six Shadows Guild welcomes you to Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels, the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. I am your dog, Growl. All you out there in Physera, I'd like to welcome you. All my puppies, my kittens, and my screamers. My Varg, my Ippins, my elves, and my humans. All the Shibiki here in Shibiki Camp. Ooh, let's go get some of this yum real quick. Glug, 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 glug. Glug, 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 glug. Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Whoa, oh. I can't really stumble. That would be pretty okay, but can't do it. So I'm just going to finish doing this. I'm going to go sit next to Squish Face right here. And we'll talk about this stuff. This is Friday. I'm not in good light. Let's go sit next to old Squish Face over here. Well, Rubber Ducky Donnie. I think it's Popo or Paolo. I think it's the one that lied. I'm not sure. I don't know who lies. I just know that they got some good shit to drink, and I drank it. But once again, I am your dog, Growl. I will be your dog for the night. Oh, good to see you. Blue Mage, okay. Alright, good stuff. Yes. Alright, let's go for it. Hello, Physera. This is your dog, Growl.
I will lend you my strength.
I will be lending you my strength this evening. I'd like to welcome you all to Physera. This is North America Xbox, Physera, Bless Unleashed. It's Friday. It's the evening time. We'll call it night. Right here in the Timeless Jungle, it's beautifully in the day. Daytime. But it's always night somewhere. So it is Friday. It is night. For some of you, it might not be Friday. Anyway, we are calling this Friday Fight Night. These are 1v1 PvP duels. Head-to-head combat. No potions, no exploits, no buffs. Nothing to help you. Just yourself, your blessing, your skill set, your wits, your will, your wisdom, your heart, your passion, your fury, your patience. All those things. But anyway, I'd like to welcome you to Physera. All my Varg, humans, elves, and Ippins. All my puppies and my kittens. Well, it didn't mean to rhyme, but that's actually not too bad.
Yes.
But we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. This is Friday Night Fight Night, the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. The Six Shadows Guild welcomes you to the Six Shadows Guild promotion presents Friday Night Fight Night. There's a lot that goes into it, and we are going to take a moment as we stroll over to this here Soul Pyre and talk about some of the things that our combatants do to get ready. We are a little bit less than 30 minutes to fight time. Can you believe it? All of our combatants have already gathered at the bridge of the Six Shadows. They are practicing, they are preparing, they are sharpening their axes and their blades. They are wanding their wands and staving their staves. Probably tightening their bows, that makes sense. But those magic users, I don't know. Props to them, I just don't get it. You talk to me about axes, bows, and blades. Ooh, I feel it. I feel it like you feel that first sip of Shibiki brew.
Yes.
But there's a lot that goes into it, folks. All my Ipians, my kittens, my puppies, my humans. The Varg here, the Shabiki, the elves, the gnolls, all the scary baddies around. Torok. Shout out to Torok this week for Blessed Pass. Anyway, I'm getting super sidetracked. I blame the Shabiki. I blame this one in particular. We'll learn your name in a moment, sir. But for now, we're just going to call you Squeaky. But in all seriousness, folks, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, I can talk to Poco. Oh, let's learn his name. Learn your name right now. You are Rolo. One of my favorite type of candies. That's easy to remember. Rolos are these little circular things with like caramel and chocolate. If you get Rolos with only one L, it's chocolate that covers caramel. So, two completely different things. Anyway. Oops, let's see if I can activate this Soul Pyre. That's what we're looking to do, folks. Because as these combatants prepare themselves, they go through a number of different series and steps. Right now, they're preparing, they're testing their stams, they're making sure their gear is fortified, their gear is tight. All of the runes are activated and ready, powering up their accessories, their rings, their necklaces, or is plural necklaci? Either which way. It works for a good old growl. But, man, I'm sidetracked again. Damn, these Shabiki. They just know how to do it, yo. Ooh, these Shabiki have so much fun. Anyway, so they go through a lot, right? All the combatants have a lot of steps to go through when they get ready. So let's take a quick peek and see if we can talk about some of them. First off, we're going to go ahead and start by changing our blessing. Every class at this point has 4 combat blessings: the Gift of Valor, Mark of the Wolf, the Lionheart, and the Crescent Moon. They can all be powered up through upgrades called breaths. So when I usually roll Lionheart, but for PvP purposes, I change to Mark of the Wolf, and I'll tell you why. One reason in particular, and as we do a couple things, hopefully the light bulbs go off. Or if I'm completely wrong and mistaken, somebody will review this and be like, hey, yo, Growl, you're doing it wrong. And I'll be like, bro, this is how Growl does it. It might be all wrong, but it feels pretty okay. But Mark of the Wolf, I'll tell you straight up what that's all about. The reason is the cooldown for Shoulder Strike is 100%. So I can throw Shoulder Strikes pretty much as long as I got stamina. So I can roll and Shoulder Strike. And that's going to come in big because I do a little tweak. I do a little tweaky tweak, which makes that Shoulder Strike actually a stun. And ever since the Awakened update, those stuns end up, being super important. The other cool thing that I like is you get max stamina plus 15, which is that Beating Earth part. We were just talking about Deep Impact, which gives you the increase to Shoulder Strike damage, but it also decreases the cooldown of Shoulder Strike itself. But once again, Beating Earth is that 4th and final one. You get shock type combos and skills, an increase in damage, and then that overall increase in stamina. So stamina is huge. I like to roll around. I'm a dog. Sometimes I smell something. I just got to roll in it because I just want to proudly parade it around and say everybody, hey, smell what shit I'm all about. All right. So that's the blessings. Not everybody's going to change their blessing, but for good old Growl, that's what I'm doing. Another thing that's a huge pain in the arse is skills. We'll get to that in just a second. But class skills. As I was talking about, I'm rolling Wolf, the blessing Mark of the Wolf. And so when I go into class skills, I do 2 things. I take out Rage and Predatory Hunger. I switch Rage for Shoulder Strike, right? That blessing is all about Shoulder Strike. So if you're not running Shoulder Strike, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. You are so crazy that you might be super smart, but you might not. So, crazy is not a bad thing, but you're just missing out. And that's what you got to remember, is you don't want to miss out. So in addition to Shoulder Strike, instead of Predatory Hunger or Rage, what I will do is I will change that, and I will change it to Concussive Force. Now this is a passive. Now I am almost never going to change an active skill that I can use to try and attack, defend, buff up my teammates, buff up myself. I'm almost never going to change an active skill for a passive skill, but in this case, because it's 1v1 PvP, I'm going to go ahead and change that because I do want that 1.5 second stun. To me, that is a very powerful power. Stuns have become very rare, and yeah. So that's our class skills. Once again, Blessing Mark of the Wolf. And we got to go, we'll go into this in just a second, and this is going to be a huge pain. So my loadout is going to be Seize, Leap Attack, Whirlwind, and then what we're going to do is we're going to actually register Charge as our final one. Right now Charge is broken, but the biggest thing that I'm going to use Charge for is to move across the battlefield. That's the predominant reason why I'm going to have Charge at this point. We're not expecting it to be an attack. We're just meant for it to be a movement buff. So I'm going to sit here for the next couple minutes quietly as I go through the whole process of putting all 1,316 of my skill points into these 4 skills. This is one of those reasons why I like to start this process at the Shibiki camp, because you just kind of look around and you're just like, what's inside this vessel? And it's either alcohol or it used to be alcohol. And either which way, it does the trick. Okay, this is usually what I go to as a start. Now, what I would do in normal ways is with Charge, which works in my instance normally right here. At level 19, I'm able to execute the Charge without issue. Oops, except for right there. So let's just let that time out. Skill on cooldown. So I can get that to work. Now when you continue to skill it up, it's supposed to provide additional powers, which is what's actually key and clutch for me. This is what I actually want. I actually would like to get Charge up to level 20, which I hit enemies and they're thrown into the air, and then level 25, Charge grants immunity. But from my experience, when you go to level 20 and you're supposed to be able to hit enemies into the air, you really can't even execute Charge. They also did something with Charge where once you do Charge, you can finish it off with an actual attack. So, oops, I had to hit it wrong. I have to hit it once again. So this will take just a second. So I'll totally admit, pilot error, right? Growl's got some big feet and some massive thumbs, so sometimes things don't always go great. I've been in the Shibiki village, yo, okay? So give me a little slack anyway. But here we go. Let's see if I can pull this off. So that final cut, that uppercut, that is a new piece of the puzzle. So I think when they added that, it broke the rest of it, because at level 20, charge ceases to work correctly. So as we go back, we're going to jump into the skills. Now I'm going to pump some more points into C's, because when we go from level 24 to level 25, my stun becomes a 2-second stun. Okay, so to me that's worth it in 1v1 PvP, because whenever I can take somebody off their game, that's going to be huge. Leap attack I'm not going to power up, because it's super awesome, and once again it's going to allow me to move around the battlefield as I want to and as I need to, but Whirlwind is going to be my money maker if I'm able to close the distance. Very, very slow, plodding, but it does some good damage over time. If you're able to get somebody in a stun and then catch them, that's essentially the plan. You want to play like a little hermit crab, a little crab that goes in, like, you know, buries itself in the sand, and then as something comes by it like grabs it. That's kind of the way that we're going with things. Okay. So that's Growl's 15-minute rundown on how to do something that you could have explained in, you know, probably about 3 minutes. But hey, Shibiki brew, right? So what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to head on up and we're going to take a tour, take a quick look at where we're going to be working. Okay? We're heading up to the bridge. Oops, that was the wrong thing. Aha, much better. Much, much better. So we're going to head up, all the way up north. Going to move from the Timeless Jungle and our Shibiki friends. We're going to head up into Bjorn. All the way up north. I think this might be almost the most northerly telepost up here. We're going to head to Woodcutter Camp. Right here is the Bridge of the Six Shadows. As we roll in, we can see the Woodcutter Camp here. One last thing I want to do is I want to check gear. Y'all can see which gears I moved to. I did that way too fast. But I add myself some defense. I take out some critical hit damage, which is 35%, and I add defense. My critical hit damage is already almost 200%. So, I mean, critical, you know, once again, you need to get some good shots off, folks. Crits are huge. So, that's a little bit of me trying to change, but I can go back and forth with this, so sometimes I leave this on. But I almost always change my pants. I put the PvP pants on instead of my max stamina pants. And then I add my max stamina boots to replace the stamina. Definitely want that stamina. You got to be able to move around that combat zone, the old bridge. But I usually have an attack power. All right, that's Growl underneath the fur. Did I put everything back on like I wanted to? Nah, we're gonna stay comfy. We're gonna stay normal Growl. Except for that. It's a stun. Okay. Forgot how the buttons worked. Now we're going back to it. Here we go. Bjorn, Bridge of the Six Shadows, the Woodcutter Camp. Away we go. All right, folks, one more time. I am your dog, Growl.
I will fight with honor.
I will fight with honor. I'm also going to turn off the HUD while we do this intro. Let's just have some clean just visuals. Because this, not a bad looking game. And I'm going to leave it exactly at that. It's a great looking game, but if I say it's not a bad looking game and you want to argue, well, hey, go look in the mirror and argue with yourself, because that's all you want to do is you just want to argue, so whatever. But I am your dog Growl. This is Friday Night Fight Night. Welcome to Physera. Want to welcome all my puppies, my kittens, my screamers, all my humans, elves, vargs, and Ippin. All the Shabiki I was hanging out with. Oh my gosh. Look at this little one. Whoa.
Pardon the interruption, sir, but is this the way to the Winter Festival? Because I'm a huge fan. Oh, hey everyone, this is your girl Kara. You may have been confused by my outlandish garb. I totally love this hat. I got it a long time ago, and for a while I wore only that and just a priest robe, and it was super cute. But I recently received this costume that basically everyone did for Blast Pass. And I think it looks very jaunty and seasonal, right? So I hope you enjoyed today. And hey, everybody, can we bring back Winter Festival? Because that was the bomb. And 'tis the season, yo. So, hey, Growl, when are we going to get this show on the road?
I know, we've got 10 minutes because Friday Night Fight Night starts promptly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us through it one more time, folks. I am your dog Growl. You just met my compatriot Kara.
Oh, hey.
We are outside the Bridge of the Six Shadows. This is the pathway that all of our combatants come in at. They arrive at the telepost at the woodcutter camp, and they make their way down here to the Bridge of the Six Shadows. This is Friday. This is night. This is the Six Shadows Guild Promotions presents Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Head-to-head combat. 2 combatants. No potions. No exploits. No buffs. Nothing except their wits, their skill, their gear, their blessings, their skills, their class skills. It's kind of a lot, but nothing besides this stuff that just allows a person to play their character as high and as tight as they can. They put the effort into it. They get the gear. They tweak the gear, they fortify the gear, they cry over the gear when it gets broken, they think and wish that the Master Enhancer was still around, and, that just tells you how things have changed and how much goes into this. This is the Bridge of the Six Shadows, folks. This is where all the action is going to happen. Right now, in a different universe called Channel 1, all of our combatants are here. They are ready to go. They are actually doing practice fights. Welcome, everybody in the real world. Welcome to Physera. This is your dog, Growl. We're just going through the prelims. But this is the Bridge of the Six Shadows. All of our fighters are over on Channel 1, practice fighting, getting warmed up, stretching their thumbs, sharpening their blades, their axes, tightening their bows, and doing whatever magic shit that magicians and priests do with their staves and their wands. You can't sharpen that. Can you whittle it? Do you? Oh, Kara, you have a thought?
We twirl them.
So like the lead person in a band, you just twirl it to get it ready?
I mean, if you want to reduce it to that, then okay. But for the most part, it is pretty freaking dope. What we do to practice is we just continue to dominate like we always do, but on a smaller scale.
So is that kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch? You shake it in order to clear it, and then you can get started?
Yeah, exactly like that, girl.
Okay, sweet. So newsflash, all of our mages and priests are currently shaking their staves and wands. That gives me a masturbation envisioning in my head. So I'm going to just move on.
So hey, isn't it time to change channels and introduce our competitors?
You've got it right, Kara. Once again, I am your dog Growl. This is the Bridge of the Six Shadows. This is Friday. It is night. It is Friday night. The Six Shadows Guild welcomes you to the Bridge of the Six Shadows. This is a Six Shadows Promotions production of Friday night fight night. 1v1 PvP duels. All right, now let's get to it, right? Moving over to channel 1, you'll see all of our combatants getting ready. We'll head up into the booth, and we'll start to take in the everythingness of it. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. I totally thought I switched channels already. I was like, why the fuck isn't this loading? I got a Series X. That thing is quick as lightning. As we drop in, you can see all of our combatants popping in as well. You know what? We're going to go ahead and kick the HUD for a second, because we're going to just take a look at everybody who's here. I don't know everybody based on how you look, because you can change your looks really quick and easy. A lot of customization. But we're just going to take a peek. We're going to take a peek, and we're going to see what we got going on here. So first off, on this fantastic Spectre Puma, not sure who you are, but you're looking dope. Looks like you're a female human crusader. You are a badass, I can already tell that. We have another human crusader right here. Crusaders are either Ippin or human, so that's why I'm calling it as I sees it. We have one of our friendly Ippin friends right here. Oh, they just, like an Ippin, skittered away as soon as I started talking to them. We've got a super dope elephant riding elven ranger that just, once again, everybody's super camera shy. I don't worry about it. I don't, say there's anything wrong. Ooh, look at this fantastic Ippin riding a, is that a jackal?
That is a Cruel Sands jackal that has been tamed, Growl. Like, is there a doper mount in the game? Doubtful. Particularly for those of us who are the petite ones of Physera and Ippins, like, we look perfect on that. Oh no!
Oh.
There went the Cruel Sands jackal.
We can see a couple of stave-wielding, wand-holding wizards. We can see another ranger, another Ippin priest. I can see Kara off in the distance with her festive Winter attire. We're going to welcome everyone here. Welcome. We can see bodies exploding. We can see players getting ready. When we get up into the booth, folks, what you'll see is some players will have a purple name and you'll be able to see their health bar. That is actually preferred. We like that. We like notoriety. Let me get some better light. There we go. Always got to be thinking about, the production value, right? Anyway, what was I saying? Notoriety. Notoriety allows us, the audience, to see the health bar of each of the combatants, so that's super helpful. Makes it suspenseful because you can see just how close the battle is. So yeah, we super appreciate that. So that's dope. This is, once again, the Bridge of the Six Shadows. I am going to head up into the booth with my good friend Kara. Kara's going to come at it from that side. I'm going to enter the booth from this side. I think I have to change my... There we go. Oops. Didn't want to sit down. I'm going to climb up. This is my red Hellbowl. All right. Ooh, Kara almost had it. Only she had bigger feet.
Growl, like, being a small Ippin has its advantages, but being able to leap off of a large mount is not one of them. So tell us what you're seeing, Growl.
What we're actually going to do is we are going to turn the HUD back on so we can see all the player names. We can see what's going on. Great job, Kara. Great to see you up here.
Yeah, I finally got my shit together enough to, come up here with our loyal fan base. Hey guys, it's your friend Kara. Don't be scared by my outfit. I explained it earlier, but I'm totally into Winter, and this is about Winter time, right? So, whatever season or day or
Yes.
time of the year you may be celebrating in whatever hemisphere, whatever country, um, have the best one because your friend Kara is going to be having the best one right along with you. Celebrate, right, girl? What do
Yeah. So, Kara, I think you said something about whatever day it was, and I just wanted to remind everybody that today is Friday, it is night, it is Friday night. The Six Shadows Promotions presents Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Head-to-head PvP combat where two combatants enter, one comes out victorious, the other one goes home hungry. Once again, there are no potions, there are no buffs, there are no exploits. There are nothing but your gear, your skills, your skill set, blah, blah, blah. We're going to not go into it. But just want to welcome all my puppies and my kittens, all my humans, Varg, elves, and Ippins, all the Shibiki that hooked me up earlier with a little bit of mouth juice, i.e. Shibiki brew. Yeah, everybody who's watching here on the stream, just want to say this is awesome. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Going on almost 2 years, solid year and a half, almost 2 years.
pretty much? It's been a minute, you guys.
Yeah, but, once again, Friday Night Fight Night. If anybody ever wants to know, just remember that, Friday Night Fight Night. I'm your dog, Growl. This is Friday Night Fight Night. This is the Guild of Six Shadows Promotions presents 1v1 PvP duels. We are almost ready, folks. In fact, I need to turn chat back on. All right, we just put chat back up. We can see Aea, A-I-E-A. We can see Laura's. Man, I'm so bad with names. Shibiki Brew, that's all I'm going to say. Randinator is here. Had a Crush Factory of a World Boss run not too long ago. We got Sir Dabs. Sir Razzle was there. I don't know if they're here now. We've got Recovery Girl, who had a great showing 2 weeks ago when it was more formalized. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, you just saw some practice action between Lorix and Iea. So that was some pretty great action right there. Lorix again, using the healing wave, making sure to juice up before the next practice round. We have not completely started just yet, so these are just
Whoa.
Oh, check it out. It's
the Guild of the
mod.
Six Shadows. Look at that. They have their guild mounts. They are crossing the bridge of Six Shadows. They welcome you to Friday Night Fight Night. That was awesome. That was so super cool.
Yeah, so thank you so much for your hospitality, Six Shadows. Thank you for coming to this beautiful venue. Thank you for that beautiful parade of just Soul Pyre Stallions, unbelievably just fun there. Way to make an entrance, right, girl?
That was an awesome entrance. That could not be any better. I'm going to do one nice little firework. And it seems really sad in comparison to how just fantastically awesome that was. Everybody was streaking through on the same mount. I think that's a guild mount, too, that you can earn through your guild.
Yes, it is. If you sit there and feed gold into your,
Nom 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 nom.
yeah, into your... Hippolyta calling it out. Finally got the guild horsey. Yeah, that takes a while, shoveling gold into the guild and just saving, because saving is fundamental, but at the same time, Recovery Girl says RIP 2 billion gold. That is a fact. In the meantime, we're seeing Lorix and Sir Dabs duking it out. We have a range and we have a close range character. Let's see how this goes. It looks like Sir Dabs is kind of dominating, although he did make the mistake of bumping a priest right into their health ball. That is what we do. We put our health balls in sneaky places so that, like, when you think you've got us, you actually just knock us into one and we're fine, and we're like, boom, bitch. So, obviously, we are still just practicing, but we are going to get started here super soon. Hippolyta and Toasty are putting out the call for our fighters to, like, get in a queue to fight each other. So, this is very interesting. I wonder who we're going to see today. Huh. Well, that was unexpected. Sir Dabs was the one who went down. Hmm. Pretty crazy, but a strong showing. Nice job, Sir Dabs. Nice job, Oryx.
All right. Just playing. Just throwing some stuff up in chit chat. We are going to see so many different guilds represented. Man, we obviously have the Guild of the Six Shadows. We have Notorious Pinnacle. We have the Great. We have what's that one that's like a Latin thing?
Hen Ekire.
Yep, we've got Aztecas. Yeah, Hennikaire's out there with Lorix right now.
Don't forget Team Venture. Just kidding.
Yes. No, I agree. We're there. We're here. We are part of the chorus. Lady Argia of the Guild of the Six Shadows. Ranger Extraordinaire. A past champion. You can see that she has changed her outfit once again. Lorix mage, or is that a priest?
It's totally a priest because health ball.
Ah, I see it now. I see it. You can see Lorix has that purple health bar above her head, so you can see exactly how much Argia is just wailing on her. No offense to Lorix, I've played with you before. You are a beast, but I'll tell you what, Argia is just something. Now, being a priest, you've got some sick longevity. So, priests have had a super high advantage just based on just being just endurance, just straight endurance. But Argia is a DPS queen. That means that she can pump out that damage in very, very short order. And it looks like that that was called. Lorix just decided to call it.
So I think part of what happened is that Lorix was knocked out of bounds, potentially, because I saw that she was trying to cast a health ball. However, she was struck by Argia prior, like just right before the health ball process that's coming out. So the health ball did not come out, and she was stunned backwards. So let's see how this one goes.
All right, fight one officially goes to Argia. Now, folks, once again, this is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. So, this is a finely tuned machine. All of the judges will actually look when it comes to fully sanctioned and championship fights. Players will actually have to submit screenshots of themselves without any buffs, potions, exploits, anything going on. Just themselves, their blessing, their class skills, their regular skills, just to make sure that everything is an even playing field, where it is only two combatants, head to head, once again, 1v1, straight up, people, their passion, their power, nothing besides that. People step up onto the Bridge of the Six Shadows and they know it's on.
Oh, and speaking of it being on, we've got one of our hosts with the most. It's Toasty, Ipin Extraordinaire, who is going to be fighting Sasuke. So guess what, you guys? You are in for a treat because Toasty is one of the best. And Sasuke actually had a good week. I think they were here last week, right, Growl?
Who? Were they? Tony?
No.
No,
Sasuke
Sasuke.
Pai.
Pai. Yeah, they showed up at the end last time. But we're watching Ipin Priest versus Human Crusader. And this is going to be a battle of beasts. This is one hungry Ippin, and this human has so much pride. You know, Sasuke has to clip their toenails at least 3 times per week because the pride is in such excess that it has to go somewhere. So why not out the toenails? Wow, that is the second leap that Sasuke has been able to connect with, and that's huge because that is actually a bit of a knockdown as well. Now Toasty is using those stams to try and keep away, try and get that distance, but Sasuke has got that shield up. Misses with that leap, and that blade keeps flying. We can see Toasty just kind of measuring it out. It's kind of like taking those jabs and just extending the arm, getting a sense of what their opponent is all about.
So Toasty is knocking down with a smite type combo. That is some of the most deep damage that a priest can put out, and they also have a chance to stun the opponent. And it's a very small stun. It's not like it used to be where it frequently immobilizes, particularly weaker enemies, and you can just sit there and wail on them, right? But it still does a lot of damage, and it's still a great way to get your point across, per se.
We can see these two continuing to fight. Crusader Priest. We can see the health ball go up. Toasty has a shield. That's that white bar just below their name. That is a priestly shield. Oh, we got a couple of knockdowns. Sasuke is not able to connect with the leap attack.
You know, girl, one thing I've noticed is that Toasty has not really had to whip out a health ball or anything. That could change. Okay, so that is one of the killer combos that we priests have. The Holy Flame, which is a knockdown and stun, combined with the smite type attack. Toasty trying to hit up the shield, or the chains rather, which also slows an enemy if it successfully hits them. And he's got the shield there, so he's kind of firing on all cylinders, like, as far as a priest goes, you know? But, like, don't count out Sasuke Pai. He just got the stun on Toasty and connected with some great shots. Like, this is a pretty good match, girl.
We can see Toasty continuing on. That's the second health ball that I've seen so far. To your point, Kara, Toasty has not necessarily needed it, and that's been one of the huge attributes and positives for priests so far, is just their endurance, just their ability to maintain, to health up, and just absorb that damage and keep going.
There is an amount of skill that is needed to gain that endurance, though. I mean, just because you're like basic priest doesn't mean that you just get to like, oh, live forever. You have to put those health balls where you can find them. You have to healing wave to where people are going to be, not where they currently are, kind of like you're a quarterback, okay? And I mean, you have to position yourself close enough to your opponent to hit, but far enough away that they can't easily reach you. I mean, there is definitely a skill to healing yourself and others. And your friend Kara, unfortunately, particularly in the lower levels of my adorable existence, have many times found myself near death, gazing up at a health ball that I was too slow to grab. So, yeah. Nice job, Toasty, and it looks like Sasuke Pai is, like, undeterred by these health balls and by this Ippin endurance. I mean, what a competitor. This is a great match. That was a nice leap too. Like, Growl, that is probably similar to a Zerk leap. Am I right?
Yeah, not knowing Crusaders super well. Oh, Toasty just got the no-toe. But that's why that extra Y is there. It's because that stomach is extra. How many stomachs do Ippins have? Isn't it like 14? They're like cows, like rumen, where they have multiple stomachs.
I mean, it's never really enough for how much we want to eat, but okay.
I'd like to welcome you all to Physera. This is Friday Night Fight Night. This is the Guild of the Six Shadows presents Friday Night Fight Night 1v1 PvP duels, the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. I'll try and keep up with written chat, but right now you can see that this action is active.
Oh, no worries, Growl. Written chat is just people talking shit, and then Zammy comes in and talks some more shit, and we're all just like, oh, it's Zammy! And then Zammy's like, screw you guys. And that's pretty much it, and occasionally a Randinator comes in to, like, make a rad comment, and then everybody wants to QRB, so, like, that's all that you're missing.
Randinator had an excellent World Boss run earlier today. I should have stuck in it. A couple of days ago, we were able to get all 30 or so World Bosses done in 100 minutes, and I would wager that Randinator did it faster today. I wasn't with them the whole time, but it was pretty impressive. So I'd love to link up with the old Randinator and do a World Boss run and see how quickly we can do it. I'm wondering if we can do sub 90 minutes. I know that's asking a lot of, you know, stars would have to align, but getting 30 world bosses done, I mean, we were taking things out in less than 30 seconds.
And imagine, like, how much better it would be if, I mean, you had a little Ippin, like, priest along there with you. Maybe you could take things out in sub 20 seconds. Who knows? But
Oh!
every star goes behind a cloud sometimes. Sasuke Pie. Hey, awesome job, you guys. That was one for the ages. That was like totally fun. Great job, Toasty. Great job, Sasuke. That was a lot.
Yeah, that definitely was. Yeah, but going back, Randinator, sub 90 minutes world boss run, I think it could be done. It'd be fun. We'd have to run.
The gauntlet has been thrown, you guys. Like, just so you know. So it appears, do my eyes deceive me, Growl? That's freaking Hey Who's. And he's gonna duel Hippolyta. Stop the presses. Stop the freaking presses. No Gen Z people know what that means, but it means this is a big deal. What is going on? Hey, who's welcome to Friday Night Fight Night? I can't wait to see this. How about you, girl?
I'm kind of freaking out. I kind of have a really bad itch behind my ear, and I don't really want to use my back foot to scratch it, but it's one of those things where I'm just so excited.
This is so exciting that we have been temporarily joined in and then she hopped over to a higher crouch. Recovery girl. What's up, girl? Hey, who's versus Hippolyta? This is going to be a treat, you guys. Let's go.
This is a big match. Death Unleashed used to be a subset of the Horsemen. We have Crusader versus Crusader. Are we doing no guard, Kara?
I would assume it's no guard because otherwise, you know, it would just be like a priest on a priest and like all we do is health ball each other. So like, I would assume, let me look real quick and see if I can find out.
I'm not thinking this is no guard. I think this is, you know, straight up Crusader. We've got the bunny head, we've got the chains, we've got the Babe of Blades, we've got the man who created the World Boss run. Man only based on the maleness of the character. We've got Crusaders flying, we've got Crusaders charging. We've got blades flying, we've got shields shielding, we've got boots booting.
We've got no guards in this fight. Hippolyta confirmed earlier in the chat. So,
Awesome.
no guards, you guys. Just the fun.
That is some great reporting, Kara. Thank you so much for finding that out. So we've got no guards. So there are no advantages when it comes to defense. So these two are just going straight head-to-head and fighting. Now, Hippolyta can actually see Jesus, and Hippolyta's not doing as much damage as I thought would be. But then again, these two are skilled combatants, and you can see the stams flying. When I say stams, that's stamina. That means you can roll. It means you can dodge roll. That means you can sprint. It means that you can evade. And that's super important when you're 1v1 because it's only you versus that other person. It is only Hippolyta versus Jesus.
You know what's going on is that Jesus is using his boss run skills to, like, dash quickly between every attack. Like, he's got a boss to go to. Oh, God.
Ooh. Hippolyta just took out a big chunk of health. That was like a big ol' Ippen bite of a pork sausage cheeseburger.
That sounds amazing, like a pork sausage cheeseburger. Like, that, you know what? We should be able to, if we can fuse costumes and if we can fuse breaths, why can't we fuse recipes?
Yes, you're onto something. Why not? Fusing recipes, imagine that. Imagine if you can pump up, Jesus is able to get the dazes in, is able to stun a little bit. But I was wondering, is Jesus going to be a little bit rusty? Are they going to be a little bit off of their A game? I know that they are level 45, but Hippolyta has been here from start to finish. And Hippolyta charges up with the shout, is able to connect with that charge, knocks Jesus down, and Jesus is almost at about 50% health.
You guys, this is a beautiful sight to see. The audience is flooding with heart emojis, and we have such a great crowd over there. I'm seeing some legendary names. We've got Leap, we've got Ravina, we got Young Tony, we got all kinds of people. Only so many names can pop up at once in the camera, so sorry if I miss you. Sir Dav, Sir Razzle, like, everybody's here to see this incredible event. Your friend and mine, Jesus, take on the legend herself, Hippolyta. This is such a treat, girl. Like, super excited to see these two competitors get a little bit closer to the wire. Honestly, look at Jesus, like, he's hanging on, man.
Well, once again, the cool thing about not having guard when it comes to Crusaders is the fact that it's just all attack. You know, you don't have to try and mitigate damage here and there, but you can see just that overall DPS like coming into play, where, you know, you're just seeing the attacks essentially. Wow, I don't know how she comboed that, but she knocked Jesus down. There was a stun that followed. Oh, Jesus follows with their own stun days of their own. Ooh, Hippolyta gets Jesus with just the back end of a leap. Jesus does a shout for themselves, increases both offense and defense. Gets tossed in the air by Hippolyta's charge. Hippolyta finishes it with one last blade strike. Wow, that was an incredible match.
Sure. Wow, you guys, that was a lot of fun. Jesus, in what could be his inaugural, in what could be their inaugural, like, fight in Friday Night Fight Night, really held their own, like, super represented, great job, like, that was just killer. That was super killer. Thank you. Our next fight is queuing up Argia and Ravina, two of the dopest folks to ever come in here. Yeah, much respect to Jesus. Like, I mean, for everyone doing this, it takes courage to get in there the first time, as Growl discovered last week. But, yeah, fan favorite and just, like, cool dude. Great to see. In the meantime, we have two of the dopest rangers to ever take the bridge/stage. Who do you like in this fight, Growl?
Hate to say it, but it's Argia. Ravina has got the most courage, the biggest heart, and is never afraid to step up. But Argia is just, you know, when you know the mystery of the black arts, i.e. how to make black dies and how to find GMs during the hide and seek event, there's something that's kind of, you know, unnatural about your being. And I think that's Argia. I think that's Argia in a nutshell. As a ranger, I think she's a little bit unnatural in the way of being like supernatural. Not necessarily occulty, not necessarily like evil bad, but kind of maybe bad evil, you know, but kind of in the good way.
Like,
you know what I'm saying, Kara?
badass.
That's a good way of putting it. Those are better words than the words that I used. So I think Argie is a crazy badass. Now, Raven is also a sick badass. Raven, that pop that she does, she hits so very frequently, and she's got 2 of them, that Raven. Now, you can see Argia coming back with it and being just a fuzz more accurate, and I think that's one of the things that separates Argia out. Now, Raven, once again, will never step away from a fight, will never back down, and has got the skills. Raven has beaten me a number of times. Argia, you know, I think it's more of a rarity that Argia goes down than really, you know, besides a handful of other competitors. Yeah.
Both of these players exhibiting a lot of slickness, a lot of wariness on the battlefield. Oh my goodness, and that is the end of it. Argia vanquishing Ravina. Great fight, everybody. That is fantastic. Nice job, Ravina. Nice job, Argia. It looks like Leap is super ready to jump in for the next fight. I don't know about you, Growl, but I definitely wouldn't want to fight Leap. We are talking about a, like, very accomplished fighter, and Kara is realizing she's wearing the same thing as Leap. Oops. Don't want to, like, stand anybody up, but, you know, Kara looks good. Anyway, who's gonna fight Leap? Could it possibly be Hey Who's, who is back for more action? This is gonna be another treat, you guys. Like, 2 of the OGs. Leap looks like he's ready. It's like there's a little discussion. Maybe it's not going to be Leap. Maybe it is going to be a former champion, Eisenstein. These are 2 great competitors, you guys. Leap is one of the best rangers in the game. And Eisenstein, if you've been watching at all recently, Eisenstein is ruthless. Eisenstein is cunning. And generally a competitor to be reckoned with, for sure. So we're taking a look at these 2. They are going at it. Eisenstein with the charge. Yeah, that is a serious that's a serious combo right there. It's just good to see Leap, you know, and Eisenstein.
Yeah, Eisenstein is definitely a staple when it comes to Friday Night Fight Night. As you had mentioned, Kara, a champion of past. So I'm looking forward to see this battle. They've rounded out themselves at 45. We can see Leap is at level 43. But we can see one of the guilds that we had mentioned besides the Guild of the Six Shadows, which is Notorious. Now, we can see arrows flying, blades shimmering, shields clashing, chains being thrown.
Sometimes you just want to enjoy the spectacle, you know. One question that I had for our loyal viewers is, Crusaders seem to have a move that is ranged, where they can slash their sword, and there's a projectile that comes from it. This move is a little bit new to your friend Kara, so in the comments after you like and subscribe, be sure to let us know what that is. Oh boy, and it looks like Eisenstein has finished off Leap. That was a fast and furious fight, you guys. Congrats to Eisenstein, and great to see you, Leap. You did an awesome job.
We can see the crowd murmuring, talking amongst themselves. Not anything like bad rumors, but just kind of speaking amongst themselves like, damn, did you see that? Yeah, that was some damn. So we got Creeper and we got Hey Who's. Looks like Hey Who's was able to go out and get some of that notoriety. They are back representing Death Unleashed. And we've got the Creeper. They had a really, really strong showing about 3 weeks ago. They're representing once again the Notorious Guild. We've got once again Crusader versus Priest. Ippen versus Human. We've got the Hungry. We've got the Horny. And here we go.
Hey, girl, you know my favorite thing about Creeper is his Desert Sands Jackal mount.
Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, you know, the luck is smiled upon you and you've become a legend because of that luck.
No other way to put it. Hashtag legendary. I mean, both of these are 45s. Like, these are some OGs we're looking at, you guys.
Alright, we can see Hey Who's blade flying. We can see Creeper rolling, but just getting tossed up into the air. That little light Ippen body, so easily able to pick up those health balls and then roll away out of harm's way.
This just in, you guys. An earlier discussion in chat established that, like, folks enjoy not having a queue. So in lieu of doing a queue, Hippolyta has established a new rule, which you can read. It says you can start a fight by entering the arena and waiting for an opponent. So that allows anybody with the gumption or the guts or the chutzpah to, like, go ahead and get it started, right? So keeping it simple, you know? No communication needed, no middleman. Just jump in there and say, come at me, bitches.
Come at me, bitches is right. That is the words that really kind of encapsulate Friday Night Fight Night. We can see Hey Who's and Creeper. Jeez Louise, that Shabiki brew. We can see Hey Who's and Creeper continuing at it. Once again, this is kind of one of those endurance type of battles when you've got somebody that can heal themselves and you've got someone that can defend and really kind of reflect, maybe not reflect is the right word, but kind of dissolve maybe some of that damage that's incoming.
Or if it bounces away, you can call it a refraction.
We should just call it a damage reduction, right? Because if you are looking at some of the equipment that you can find and some of the accessories, you have a crit damage reduction. So let's call it a reduction.
Hashtag English, the weirdest language.
Hashtag dictionaries, the best books to roll joints from. Sorry, that was... there's one other good book that is a good book to roll joints from, but we're not going to necessarily talk about it. And we see the battle continues. Creeper has been able to put and establish a shield on themselves. That is down 1/3. We can see Creeper with the upper down. Going back to that Retribution, Carol, we were talking about this the past couple weeks. Retribution has become a very, very bold and viable move for priests.
You know, it almost makes your friend Kara interested in seeing what kind of retribution there could be for, you know, herself. Because as, you know, little Kara, kid sister Kara, to her big bros in the guild is just a wee one of level 40. As she continues to grow, it would be interesting to see like what kind of a damage Kara can do with retribution, because it's so convenient. Like, Growl, seriously, can I tell you, girlfriend, to be able to move around while continuously causing damage to your opponent and not needing to aim.
You can see it right there. Creeper was slowed down a little bit, and they were just holding down that retribution while they were moving themselves over to that health ball, and they picked it up. So they were doing damage and doing themselves a service, and it looks like Creeper is going almost all in on the retribution at this point. Hey Who's smells the blood, smells the holy energy leaking out, maybe crying holy water. What would holy tears? Okay, well, let's just move away from that analogy. But they continue to fight and battle.
Hippolyta keeping it rolling with these new rules. Oh man, and we're taking a break from that because Creeper just did a sick move with the stun and then the retribution. That was pretty great, you guys. But yeah, grabbing that health ball. Come on, hey who's, you can do it, bud.
And as we were talking here in chat, we had said Ans, who is a patch champion themselves, they were talking about one of the rules being no priests because it's just a little bit too much endurance. When you've got two characters that can, you know, whittle down health but then replenish their own health, that ends up being a recipe for the itis. You just kind of get like lulled and warm, and you just kind of sit there and your eyes start getting heavy. And it's kind of like eating too much soup. Right, Kara? When you eat too much soup, you just fall asleep.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with eating too much soup, right? And there's nothing wrong with priests. So, lies detected.
See, because this is the whole point, right? We can see Creeper, 100% health, and Hey who's been active and chipping away, and we know that they've done damage, right? They're down to what, 25% health?
Well, now actually Creeper has activated Noto, so it's super nice to be able to see. And yes, that is an issue. I mean, check out Hey Who's now, though. I mean, priests are not invincible. Well, and then Creeper just grabs a health ball, and Kara is going to go on mute.
Well, ever since the Awakened update, right, with the real kind of reduction when it comes to stuns, Crusaders still have a few dazes, but the stuns are just not there like they used to be. The up or downs, the tosses, the flights, the fanny bops, those are just not there anymore. You are not seeing characters being stunned, being dazed, being tossed in the air. You do see some exceptions of it, right? But maybe every class has two if you're lucky. So it ends up being really, really difficult when you're battling a priest who, unless you can control the battlefield, unless you can stun them and really kind of take them off of their game, priests are, at this point, just going to outlast you no matter what. You know, hands down, period. Maybe not hands down, period. Maybe hands down, exclamation point.
So, after that, like, terrible anti-priest screed, your friend Kara feels compelled to say that priests have always had health balls before the update. So, anyway, Hippolyta has updated the rules. All you have to do to start a fight, loyal viewers, is get into the ring and just the PM Hippolyta or Toasty if there are no issues. And, well, if there are issues, rather. Okay. So the very thing that we've been asking about and talking about is, it seems to have occurred. Hey Who's is like, you know what? I got a boss run to go do. So I'm just gonna go hang out over here. Let's see how this one was judged. By the way, Hey Who's always looking at the sunny side of it. Hey, made you use a lot of them health balls. That's right. You know? Looks like Hippolyta and Sir Dabs have lined up for the next fight. And once again, like, appreciate Hey Who's looking at it positively, as per usual. Because, like, if a priest is too busy, like, generating and using health balls to really do a whole lot of attacking or anything else, that means their opponent is truly fierce and killer. No guard for this fight. We've got two Crusaders. So let's see what happens.
So just doing a little chatting into the chat, just speaking with Ans, that they were saying that Zerks are actually able to really kind of take the priests out of their game. And I don't think at this point, even though they have the ability to do infinite shoulder strike, I think because of the cap on stamina, it becomes difficult. Now, I've gone into beforehand how the setup is. We're going to try and do this super quick. So once again, skills are at Seize, Leap Attack, Whirlwind, and Charge. I normally run Guillotine instead of Charge, but once again, I want to be able to move through the battlefield. Now, Charge is also broken for Zerks at this point, from my knowledge. I will go back and review it and make sure that I'm not spouting out lies. But once again, when we move into Blessings, I did talk about Mark of the Wolf and Deep Impact. Battery, okay. And how that does really help. And then once again, class skill, as we have talked about, and shoulder strike and concussive force to be able to turn that shoulder strike actually into a stun. If it were a 2-second stun, I think it would be a little bit more effective. I think 1.5, because the Zerk is so slow when it comes to pretty much all of their hits. Even when we go into like a whirlwind, you know, it's pretty easy to evade from there. So that's why I say that Zerks have been super duper hampered. I did talk about how I put the Seize up to level 25 this go around to get that 2-second stun. But once I jump in the ring, hopefully maybe at some point if the Shibiki Brew gives me a strong enough muscles, you know, then we can kind of see how truly effective it is. I will say this though, my aim as a Zerk is much better PvE focused because things move a little bit less erratically. So just to kind of throw it out there and be super duper, you know, kind of honest with that.
So yeah, and Growl Ann says something super important, is that Zerks can definitely get a priest number sometimes and keep calling it, you know, like they a collector. So that's one thing that I would like to see a lot more in Friday Night Fights, and maybe Anns would agree, is more Zerks, right? I get that there's like issues with the Zerk class right now. Hey devs, how about we like fix that? But oh sorry, just had some suggestions stuck in my throat. But yeah, I would love to see more than just satyrs, priests, and some rangers in here. I would love to see all the classes like represented in interesting combinations. Would you agree, Rolf?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to step up and jump in over the past couple weeks, even if it's just a little bit, is just to give some diversity, right? Give some folks the ability to kind of practice on characters that move differently, attack at different speeds, because I think that's important, right? We all got to really kind of diversify and get the experience. The experience, the learning, that's key. That's key to know what's up. Whoa! You just like field goaled that shit, whoever that was. Oh, what up? Oh. Tutukus?
Oh, hey, you took us. Uwu to you too, woo. Also, everyone who hates Uwu, relax.
Yeah, anybody who hates at this point saying, oh, Bone Dragon's on Channel 4, I would say not relax and just kind of get irate, because that's been like ages and it's just like not helpful. But then again, right now, Yatukus is like super in my personal space, so I'm actually just gonna just move a little bit. Is this too close, Kara, if I sit down right here?
I mean, Kara doesn't have enough space as it is. Like, small people need lots of space, just so you know. Just kidding.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna come over here. I'm just gonna get my own kind of personal space because I think that's a little bit more respectful. Okay, and I just totally disrespected Sir Dabs versus Hippolyta, and I super apologize for that. I just got really, you know, claustrophobic. But here we go. We can see Hippolyta has chipped away, gotten Sir Dabs down to about 30% health. Hippolyta has been a master blades wielder with those charges, and look at that right there, just tossed Sir Dabs right up into the air. I mean, that timing has just been incredible. And another one, I don't know how Hippolyta is able to kind of time that, because holy cow, before the update, yeah, that was insane. Before the update, you know, it was pretty easy to get around those things. Oh, and Growl's in the drink.
Oh, hey, Randinator. We were just, like, saying nice things about you before we were able to, like, get knocked off. Oh, well, so here we go. Randinator making a appearance, and you took us clarifying that it's not channel 4 for the Bone Dragon. It is actually channel 69. That is a favorite channel among Bless Unleashed, just so you guys know. So after that, may I say grab for attention? We are going to get back up here. Yitogus and Kara are gonna do this over here.
Behind the scenes, as I bring myself back up, we can see Honky Mage working on getting some notoriety with Victory Girl. That's what we do here at the end and the periphery of the Bridge of the Six Shadows, is take some time just to make sure we can, create the best product. This is a Six Shadows Guild Promotions Presents Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Let's get up in the crowd. Head-to-head PvP duels, no potions, no exploits, no buffs, just two combatants, the Bridge of the Six Shadows, the Woodcutter Camp. We're gonna go find Toasty. Is Toasty up there? There's the Toast. I'm gonna be right here, Kara. I'm gonna do some sideline reporting real quick.
Oh hey, Toasty looking like some rye toast, yo, with all that black dye. Looking good, bro. On the floor, before Growl continues his man on the street reporting, we have Eon's Legend and Senria. We got some Priest and Satyr action, you guys, just to keep you nice and warm on these chilly Winter nights. Ooh, Toasty, look at you and your Black Lion, super sick. What's up on the street, Growl?
We can see Aeon's going against, who is that? Friday?
Senria, also known as our girl Friday.
Alright, well I'm just going to stand up here. I'm going to be the tall guy over here. But we can see our girl Friday. We can see Aeon's. Once again, as we've talked about, Aeon's is a priest. Really showing that priestliness. Ooh, but that was a good toss by our girl Friday. I think she was the one looking good. I think she's wearing glasses, and what outfit is that?
I think it's the celebrity outfit.
Oh my gosh, I might be talking too much because Aeon's, I've never seen Aeon's get like smashed up that much. But Friday is a strong, strong fighter. Crusaders versus Priests. Oh, thanks, you took us. Let me get back in my slot. I feel like that chain should really, it doesn't pull the opponent in 1v1 as much as it does in PvE.
I feel like it still pulls them in, but like I kind of agree that like if you see it out in the wild, like in a an invasion or whatever, that it doesn't it does a bit more than here in the PvPs, you know? So hey, our loyal viewers, are you a Crusader who uses that chain attack? Tell us what you think. Like, do you feel like it works differently in PvP and PvE? Have you not even tried it? What do you like about it? Tell us what you think in the comments.
Ooh, Friday's able to catch Aeon's with that charge. I don't think Aeon's is going down anytime soon, because once again, they just tossed that health wave, that healing wave. Oh, and there it is. I mean, you're not going to take down a priest these days.
Wow, you guys, that was a really good fight. Nice job, and thanks Master Obi for the heal. Good job, Senriev. That was cool to see. Almost as cool as seeing two dope-ass Ippins like your friend Kara and Toasty just chilling the way that we're chilling. Toasty, I love your staff. I used to have the exact same appearance before switching over to double horses instead of single horses.
Kara, have you ever seen that really dope like horn helmet? It's like a Nordic. It's got like a face shield, like Toasty, like right there. Our good friend, our sunburned Ippin friend. That wasn't good camera work. Sorry. Let's actually do this.
You know, it's hard because Toasty is sitting with his back to the sun, and that's fine, but like that is a really great helmet. Honestly, the whole look is just Chef's kiss.
Kanan Jarrus, anybody? Kanan Jarrus? No, Kanan Jarrus is the Jedi who was blinded in Star Wars Rebels, and he actually wore a helmet that covered his face because he was blind. He didn't need to like use his eyes to see because he used the Force. So maybe Toasty is some type of Ipin, I don't know, snack wielder where they don't need to see their eyes to know where the food is. They can just gravitate towards it quickly and just gobble it up. Not sure. Back to the matches, folks. Sorry. Ooh, it looks like Lorix is back versus Argia. This is a rematch from, was it our first match? And Lorix just kind of had to like use the poopy and had to run away real fast.
That is ringing a bell except for the poopy part.
Well, they were there and then they weren't, and they just like ran through the crowd like crying, and I thought that they were holding their butt. Maybe they had to... With pants like that, like tight, if you've got like a doo-doo in there, it's going to go somewhere, so you've probably got to take care of it. Okay, I'm going to back up a step, and I'm going to go back one step forward into what we're actually talking about, which is Friday Night Fight Night.
Tell you
Lorix,
guys what, this Shabiki brew, like, you would think it would take a lot for a big guy like Growl, but nerp.
hey, when you hang out with them long enough, you know, I don't know what that means. I didn't really... anyway. Friday Night Fight Night. Argia tosses Lorix. Once again, we saw Lorix toss Argia not too long ago. We see the arrows flying. We're going to wait to see whether there is a healing wave or a healing sphere. Argia is going to test their metal and see if that DPS... Oh, we can see the shield goes up. There goes that healing wave. We know it's coming. But once again, Argia, the black babe of arrow death. I can't think of a better nickname.
Just like the straight dominating ranger. Like, that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, if there's an argument to be made that Priest can be beaten, then Argia is gonna do it, like, right here, right now. To be perfectly honest, you guys, like, Kara and other priests do understand that, like, there is an argument to be made about, like, priests being able to do a whole lot of stuff. But to be fair, look at the fight that Argia is putting up. Lorix is trying her best and really holding on. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you wanted a situation wherein you can prove that priests are beatable, and by the way, no shade to Lorix. Lorix is a beast,
No shade.
as Growl has mentioned. We've played with Lorix in other avenues and arenas. She's a bad bitch, okay? Like, seriously. Like, it's just about how do you use your blessings? How do you use your skills? How do you use all kinds of stuff? You know, it's so much about strategy. And speaking of strategy, we've got two legends here. We got Sir Dabs, and Hey Who's is back for more. This is going to be great, Growl.
Here we go. We got Crusader. Once again, I'm probably going to think that it's going to be no guard. So let's see what's up. We have double notoriety, so this is going to be nice. This is going to be a nice treat because we're going to be able to see exactly the score of the match. We can see the head-to-head. Now, there's no potions, there's no exploits, there's no buffs. This is just Hey Who's, their blessing, their skills, both class skills and normal skills, and their gear, and how they play. And that's the same thing for Sir Dabs. It's just what they bring to the table, the controller in their hand, because unless they're using mouse and keyboard, which I don't know how many people are doing that with Xbox right now, but it's nice that you have the option to do that. But anyway, we see these two Crusaders going at it. We see the heavy metal armor clanking and chanking around. We can see the shields being held up. We can see the blades being slashed around. We can see the stams being used. We can see charges and slams happening. So we can now see Sir Dabs has taken a little bit of damage from that onslaught from Hey Who's.
You guys, Hey Who's did not get the title of Executioner just from doing boss runs, okay? So don't count him out.
Ooh, Dabs is able to get some action in there. Sir Dabs is able to dab a little bit of damage. Yeah, you see how I did that? Not great,
That was
but
sick,
we'll
girl.
let it ride. Yeah, thanks. Sick, I'm gonna go take some aspirin. Emphasis on aspirin. What? Okay. I don't know. Okay. Going back to it, Dabs is actually able to connect with the charge, tossing Hey Who's, and Hey Who's returns the favor with a charge of their own, and another one. What is this? The Three Stooges? Fucking A. Misses with the leap. The blades keep going. And we see both health bars at pretty much the same. Maybe we're at a 60-40. Maybe we're at a 55-45. You know? Maybe we're at a 51.2 to a 48.8. Is that right?
We're at a close versus interesting, you guys.
Math jokes. Nothing better. But hey, want to welcome you all to Physera. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. We are at the Bridge of the Six Shadows in Bayoran, outside of the Woodcutter Camp telepost. We've just seen Hey Who's return the favor for a second time onto Sir Dabs. We've seen two Crusaders, Hey Who's from Death Unleashed and Sir Dabs from... I can't say that.
Ooh, pop quiz time. So, our loyal viewers, let us know, is the name of that guild German or Latin? This has been a Jeopardy question from your friend Kara.
Rest in peace, Alan Trebek. Oh, Dabs is able to get a 1-2 punch and a third in that. So we're able to get a couple of good attacks in on Hey Who's. Now we're at really about even Steven, Hey Who's and Sir Dabs with their health. We're really seeing that this is pretty equal. Oh, we see those stams going. We see those rolls. Both players have all of a sudden got to the point where they're like, hey, this can go either which way. So we're going to see who is defensive and makes the right move and who stays aggressive and is able to keep the pressure on the other one.
So, Grawl, fun fact, Hen Ikar is actually a Witcher reference. Thank you, Internet, and thank you, Standum, Fandom.
Thank you, Henry Cavill, and thank you, Geralt of Rivia. All right, we've seen Hey Who's be a little bit more successful recently. They missed right there. Oh, but that actually did connect in. It finishes Sir Dabs. That was huge. Hey Who's with the level 45 Bless Unleashed. Looks like being a horseman was beneficial for their PvP experience.
You guys give it up for Hey Who's for a win at Friday Night Fight Nights. And give it up for Sir Dabs for not making it easy. That was fun to watch. It appears as though Ravina and Eon's Legend are up next.
We can see Raven, we can see Aeons, we can see Elven Ranger versus Ibn Priest. We can see range versus range. We can see Notorious versus the Guild of the Six Shadows. We can see no one has notoriety. Now, can Raven keep Aeons off of that health ball? We're going to have to see. That's going to be clutch. That is the key when it comes to fighting priests. Ooh, Raven goes so far as to just get on top of that health ball and say, you ain't going to get this. Aeons, however, pops up a shield.
Great defensive move by Ravina, getting all up in that health ball's ass so that Eon's Legend cannot approach. I mean, that's another great tactic when working with priests, is that we can only get a health ball if we can get to it, you guys. So, like, brilliant defensive move by Ravina, and once that brilliant defensive move is over, so was the fight. Ravina is quickly becoming one of my favorite competitors, Grawl. That was a great fight. Great job. GG's to Ravina and Eon's Legend. Nice job, guys.
All right, I'm going to throw a GG up into chat because I don't do enough of that.
All the GGs, you guys.
And at this point, I'm going to change to general, and hopefully everyone sees it, and I'm not too far away. All right. All right. Uh-oh. Sir Razzle doesn't like it. Who do we got? We got Argia. Sir Razzle's coming for it? Ooh, we got a 6 shadows on a 6 shadows.
Whoa, you
got-
guys. The shit talker himself. Welcome, Sir Razzle and Argia. Let's see who will come out on top.
We've got Argia, the Priest Beater, versus Sir Razzle, the Yippin' Priest, who likes to shake their stave. Stroke it gently and vigorously up and down. We can see Argia getting tossed and having that health come down just a little bit. Those tosses are actually doing quite a bit. That second and third isn't so bad. Now, we just have to remember that any damage that Argia loses, she has to take off of Sir Razzle kind of like fourfold, like 4 times as much. She's got to be able to keep Sir Razzle off that health ball and continue to do that damage. Now, Sir Razzle just picked up some health from that health ball, but also that healing wave. So, I mean, what do you do against a priest besides, you know, try and, you know, give them too much soup?
Yeah, the thing is, not all priests can do healing wave, which you can kind of do a little more on the run. Ravina had the right type of thing going on with keeping the priest away from the health ball earlier. Sir Razzle is kind of very sly, very nimble, and very much like controlling the space as they're trying to put up with Argia's onslaught, which is no small feat, by the way. I mean, I defy anyone, and many have tried, to withstand Argia, just so you know.
When the GMs call out that there's going to be a hide-and-seek event, and the Friday, when they announce it, right? And as soon as they announce it, you know that you're going to, like, win. You're Argia. Because as soon as they announce it, she goes to the place that she knows where they're going to be, and they're there. It's the second... They go to the same places, they just rotate them. And Argia knows that. You know what? That's what happens when you know the recipe for black dye. That's only a rumor. So once again, I don't think it's because of the blackness of her heart or the coldness of her soul. I think it's just because she's an A+ player, bringing her A game to every A show, A experience.
In the
Lost it.
in the meantime,
Lost it.
she's got I think a mark on Sir Razzle, who has dipped out of. Oh, here he comes. There's Sir Razzle. So like, this is a treat to watch, you guys. Argia on the assault. There is a lot going on. Looks like Toasty is taking a look. Maybe he'll join us again. Oh, hey, Toasty. What's up? You're so cool. So, like, Argia and Sir Razzle are going at it like champs, you guys. Like, there's no fear detected in this battle.
We can see Argia getting to the point where they just want to try and take off as much health as they can. Just connect as quickly and as much as possible. However, once again, with priests being just straight up bullet sponges, oh! I thought that they connected with that, but Sir Razzle was able to dodge out. Now, we've both been in this battle for so long, they both have been in this battle for so long, that notoriety has, there hasn't been a kill, so notoriety is actually worn off.
Is that what happens? It wears off?
I think so. I think if there's like too much time, if there's too much lag time between PvP kills, it will actually time out. Don't hold me to it. The first time I tried to do 1v1, I jumped down there and I was like, holy shit, I actually don't know how to turn on PvP, and it was super embarrassing. Oh my god, Argia went down? Did I just miss something flapping my big ol' canines? Wow. Sir Razzle coming with the dazzle. That was a great match.
Yeah, you guys, that was great. Super great fights. Continuing literally on Friday night fight nights. Hey Who's telling it like it is, telling everybody to get into PvP mode. That is what we want to see as an audience, right, you guys? This has been so great. And Hey Who's is ready to get up on his next match. Growl, it looks like Young Tony is up next. This is going to be fun, okay? Because like Young Tony has had a super strong showing the last couple of weeks. They are on a streak, and we have started.
You know what's funny? Every time Yo and Tony rolls up, they're in their beach attire. It's been like a month. It's been like 4 weeks straight. They roll up, and let's just see. I might call it because this has happened the past 2 weeks. The past 2 weeks. So it's been at least 3 weeks now. Yo and Tony rolls up in their beach attire, and after this match, they may switch up. So let's just call it. Let's just see it. Let's put it up on the bulletin board. Let's see if Young Tony is going to go ahead and do another 1v1 PvP match after this, regardless of win or loss. Let's just see if they change up their costume and go back into their normal attire. Ooh, connects with that arcane lightning. Hey Who's is down to 50% health. Ouch.
Oh, hey, and you guys, just a friendly reminder of these rules. Fighters cannot fight back to back unless it has been specially permitted. So, like, as much as we would all love to see Young Tony fight, like, a series of matches, each in a different costume, like, you know, you would need to get approval for that.
You need to write 2 letters, send one into the Guild of the Six Shadows, and then send one to Don Diego himself, in care of Tatiana Sorza. If you know where she is, which is on the way to Kinnick's, by the way, you can get her to notarize that, and you can actually kind of circumnavigate the whole thing, and you can go back to back, and Young Tony, with the mage accuracy, that DPS just goes out, and you know what? Hey Who's goes down.
Nice job, Young Tony. That was a great match. Hey Who's put up a fight that is likely not to be seen again until Hey Who's fights again. All the GG's to everybody. It looks like one of our MVPs, Argia, is back fighting our own Hippolyta, one of the hosts tonight of the Bridge of Six Shadows Friday night fight night. Hippolyta Productions presents. Hippolyta presents. Okay, you guys? So, these 2 leading ladies are going at it. We got a Crusader, and we've got a Ranger. This is going to be sick.
Alright, after this match, Growl's going to have to go and walk the dog, meaning walk myself, meaning I'm going to go find a tree and pee on it. I'm going to sniff it first, and then... Anyway, this is a great match. We can see Argia is down, maybe about 30% health. We can see Hippolyta having her guard up, working in, trying to close that distance, trying to reduce any of that damage. That chain actually connected and pulled Argia in, so we were talking about it. Hey, Kara, can you see our shadows on the ground? You can see me actually waving.
Oh, hey, you guys. This is, like, Kara's shadow waving at you live from the Bridges of Six Shadows. Like and subscribe. Take a selfie with this, okay? Look at my bouncing shadow, girl. That is the most fun thing ever. Yay! So fun. It's almost as fun as Winter Festival. Ooh, woo! Anyway, back to the fight. Like, this is great.
Alright, I totally just distracted myself.
It's Argia and Hippolyta. They're both kicking major ass. That's all you need to know.
That's the only thing that these two do. I don't think if there are asses around that they wouldn't get kicked. And Argia actually takes out Hippolyta. I thought Hippolyta was going to steal the victory from it. Wow, that was a good match. Once again, don't bet against Argia. I hate to say it. I love Hippolyta. Hippolyta is a beast in her own right. But Argia is just... Can I... Do you want me to start gushing?
I mean, all I gotta say is, like, Argia's the bomb, and... But at the same time, Hippolyta's our girl, and, like, so awesome that, like, if you don't like Hippolyta, you better apologize. Just saying.
Damn. That's some smooth stuff. These canines and this old big braid on the back of my head isn't going to think about something that fast. All right, we got Aeons versus AI. Yeah. We got Ranger versus Priest.
The valiant vowel haver.
All right, after this, Growl's going to go walk the dog.
Growl, do you ever get the distinct sense that you simply don't have enough vowels in your name?
No, because if I needed to, I could just follow it up with a cra.
Oh, like
And-
Harpy Queen, that's a whole bunch of A's, but like...
Yeah. As many vowels as I need, I can just pull them out right there. You need some A's, you need some vowels, come see me. I'll just craw at you. And sometimes it'll be a craw, and sometimes it'll be a craw.
So, like, girl, maybe you're storing all your vowels in your braid.
Yeah, I keep them in my hair. Just, in case of a rainy day.
Anne's legend showing why priests are the shit, like with that holy flame that was a knockback, having the health ball on reserve. Argia, very confident over there, like kind of being... Oh, and she made the defensive move to go to the health ball. She is targeting with some pretty sick, like, aim. Okay,
Yeah.
every time Eon's legend gets close to the health ball... Sorry, not Argia. The vowel chick. My bad. Perhaps it was her fearless playstyle, black costume, and just ruthless badassery that reminded me of Argia. So compliments all around and GG's.
We'll call her the Vowel Matron. She actually is stood up and posted up right in front of that health ball.
Ballsy.
And once again, very ballsy. Aeons is able to get some health back by that healing wave. Oh my gosh. Now, hey, what about this? What if Aeons was sneaky and smart enough to actually use that health ball as a ruse and be like, hey, I want you to kind of stick in one place, so I'm going to force you to hover around my health ball? Oh, how sneaky was that?
Also a valid strategy, there could be... Hey, Growl, do you like jelly beans?
Like, yes. How about that?
Okay, so,
All of them, too. All of them.
Okay.
Even the gross ones. Like the popcorn ones. I love those.
That's nasty. But anyway, like, those jelly beans that have, like, the flavors that you're not supposed to like boogers or ashes or, like, antifreeze, those would be a great idea for something like a future priest enhancement. Like, if you drop a health ball for a PvP enemy and they go to grab it, but instead of being a health ball, it's like a damage ball.
That's straight Mario Kart, right?
Yes, you guys. Oh, Kara's gonna, like,
apply to Round 8 Studios as the dev team
Yeah.
and just be like, hey, I'm going to be the idea girl and I'm going to actually execute this stuff.
Kara is going to be the business lead driving these programming decisions, and I'm going to get all the requirements, and I'm going to say, hey, here's how the code needs to go, and, like, Kara's not going to talk about the IT world because that's too IRL, right, you guys? In the meantime, we have boss bitch Ravina, and she's going up against Sir Dabs, two insatiable competitors who are just, like, fun to watch. We got a ranged and we got a not ranged. There is a lot to be said about these two competitors. They are both tip of the iceberg great.
All right, once this one goes down, Growl's going to walk the dog. And I'm gonna get, I didn't bring our puppy friend.
You can do it,
Well,
Ravina.
Pupper Duppers.
Oh, you mean Puppers McDubberton Esquire?
Yes, I should have gotten my
That's
friend.
Kara's dog, and he's staying at Kara's apartment in Spirios, you guys. Okay. And we go for a run in the hamster meadow every day.
Ooh, with all those, like, nasty rams.
No, we go visit, like, our friend, the hamster.
Right, but there's those rams that are actually, like, red named, so they'll attack on the way. They're like sheep, but they're rams.
They're our friends.
Oh, so Kara is a friend to all.
Of course. Like, all orphans are a friend to all. Some of us are just a little more enterprising in certain ways.
Yeah, and just don't die, because if you do die, then all bets are off and Kara will eat you. Growl will eat you. I'll at least take a couple bites. I'll be like, ah. Chomp. I shouldn't have said that, because now... That's my bad. My bad. Alright, BRB.
Now on the sidelines, you guys. So, in the meantime, it looks as though Hey Who's is ready for a second battle. But who's he gonna fight? Could it be your friend and mine, the Randinator? Oh, you guys, I certainly hope so, because this is definitely going to be a very interesting match. It's either gonna go super quick, or we're gonna discover the true talent of each of these competitors, okay? So let's see what the strategy is here. Hey Who's is being aggressive right off the bat, going straight for it. Randinator has got his aim on and his game on, yo. These are two folks that you do not want to F with. They did not get to level 45 by being like shrinking violets, yo. This is some great technique. This is some great just competition. Hey Who's bringing the pain to Randinator. Randinator skipping out the ways to prepare another attack and reload his arrows, it looks like. Our loyal viewers who have played as a ranger or just enjoy rangers, tell us, as a character that doesn't necessarily have tons of AoE, is it more difficult to aim in situations like these? Essentially, like, arrows are small things and you get one shot. It's not as though you can throw out, like, the big swipe of an axe like a berserker can in a whirlwind. So, I believe it requires a little more precision. But, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Okay, so like and share in the comments and let us know. Meanwhile, the battle between the two greats continues. Hey Who's looking legendary? Randinator looking formidable. Who do you like? Tell us in the comments. Our two opponents are very mobile, you guys. Sorry if there is a lot of head moving around with this camera angle, but like these two guys are going at it all over the place. They are using all the space, all the light, all the barricades to their advantage. These are two savvy players. It looks like Randinator is a bit on the run, but he just dazed Hey Who's like there's no tomorrow. So we got these two guys coming back. And thank you, by the way, everybody, for the Noto. It is super helpful to see how close this match is. Oh my goodness, Randinator is totally going after Hey Who's. Got him stunned. Wow. Oh. Randinator, it was tough to watch you go down, but thank you for coming, thank you for being here, thank you for fighting. I hope that you will come back and fight some more. Hey Who's, all the GGs. Also Randinator, all the GGs. Nice job, you guys.
Ooh, we got Sauce Lord, our first berserker of the night. Versus Yun Tony, our mage extraordinaire.
Let's have all the respect to Sauce Lord and Zerx. Super excited to see a new class actually tonight. So that is really cool. Welcome, Sauce
So,
Lord.
mind blown, I just saw Sauce Lord execute the post level 20 charge and actually knocked him down. So that is working. And that's the second time. I need to do some extra research and do some extra practice because Sauce Lord just finished the job. And that's crazy.
Yes.
That's some nuts-a-rooney, my nuts-arinos.
Huh. Growl feels empty, I guess. I love charge. I was able to execute it, and yeah, maybe it was just some pilot error. That's just a really big bummer, though, because I've been really trying to roll it ever since the beginning, too. That was the first skill I pumped up to level 20. Good job, Sauce Lord. You look like beast, Mr. Hanky.
Oh, hey, Sauce Lord. What's up? Nice to see you, yo. Nice job. Okay. That was a pleasure to watch. Hey, so we would love to ask your opinion about like how to get this to work properly. Is it simply that difficult to get right and because like you're the man? Or is it simply that like there may still be bugs, you know? Oh wow, look at this. Thank you, Sauce Lord. This is sick. Kara is totally all about this. Yes, you guys.
I like you.
In the meantime, the Mistress of Vowels is ready to fight. Looks like Hippolyta stepping in there. Looks like Ravina's stepping in there. Who would like to fight you guys? Okay, it looks like Hippolyta has decided to take on Ravina. Let's see how this goes. Strong ladies going one after the other. Ravina is a fierce competitor. Hippolyta, hey, come back, you guys. Like, we missed you. Looks like Hippolyta is pursuing Ravina. Ravina is dashing back with a stun. That is a great idea. Especially for one so mobile as Hippolyta. There's definitely something in the air with these two, you guys. It is super close. Oh, Ravina, be careful. Young one. Hippolyta has been stunned. Ravina is sticking those shots in there as she can. This is exciting.
I'm sorry, folks. Didn't mean to do some texting, but just needed to do a quick Sauce Lord convo. Ravina not holding back, not giving up. Once again, Ravina is one of the strongest fighters and just rolls out of it, evades. I've seen her come back and win with a sliver of health just like this. Hippolyta is one of the best. Let's see who's able to hold on.
You got it, Ravina. And Kara should have just shut her mouth. But that was a great performance by both. There was some endurance. There was a lot of skillful dodging. There was a lot of strategy. GG's, yo. Everybody's got some GG's. And we love it. By the way, it's really great that Sauce Lord is here because we were trying to resolve this thing with, like, the stun in the charge, right? And thank you, Sauce Lord, for being so kind about, like, taking the questions. We've also got Vowel Mistress over here who is interested in a fight. Perhaps Sir Razzle. Who knows? Okay, it is Sir Razzle and She of the Vowels. Let's see how this priest and ranger duo do. It's off to a quick start with Sir Razzle doing some combos in here. Valachik is definitely playing defensive, getting close to that health ball and making sure Sir Razzle doesn't get anywhere near it. That is a pretty good move. By the way, if any of our loyal viewers have any insight about the issue that Growl's been facing at level 20 with his charge, feel free to enter it into the comments. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, for sure. So, if it's one of those things where it's just honestly that difficult, yeah, there's that. But, you know, getting ready for Friday Night Fight Night here at the Bridge of the Six Shadows, hosted by Hippolyta and Toasty. There's not always a whole lot of time to practice moves, because we gotta practice checking out fights like these, you guys. Sir Razzle, having to heal quite a bit, tossing those waves, tossing those balls.
Tossing the balls.
Miss
I like the sound of that.
Into it.
I'll talk to you for a second here in a second about tossing balls, but we'll finish this match first. But I'll tell you what, thanks to, as you had said, Sauce Lord, that was a thing that was really bothering me for a while, and I was trying to figure it out, and I kind of moved away from it in order to like really invest, because I was investing just way too many star seeds in the skills reset. So that's super helpful just to see that it can work. But anybody who's into 1v1 PvP, there are plenty of opportunities to do this. Obviously, you can do Red Basin, which is the 15-on-15 PvP control point. So that's super fun. There's also the 3v3s. I've yet to try that, but I'd like to try it at some point, see how it goes. But then there's these informal, but they're also guild and server sanctioned. Wow, Sir Razzle, once again, priests just seem to be almost unstoppable. But there are these 1v1 battles, but there are a lot of opportunities to do some practice fights. Oftentimes what will happen is here on this Physera server, all the way down here in the Timeless Jungle, in Zenkala, right here at Lily Beach, you'll see Sauce Lord, you'll see Bloodfart, you'll see a couple of those other, you know, fantastic 1v1 fighters.
It looks...
Oh, we got Dripple and Friday.
Sorry about that, Growl. Like, Kara was just super excited because our girl Friday appears to be back in the match, and Dripple is the one who is fighting her. We also saw Sauce Lord asked to get Noto off of somebody, so we could see a repeat performance from your favorite Zerg and mine, aside from, like, Growl, okay. So, okay. Senriev and Dripple totally going after it, you guys. This is a very interesting match because both of these are very strong competitors. And I know I say that every time, like, you guys, but it's not necessarily, like, a thing, you know? Like, it's completely sincere. Like, we have only the freshest and finest faces in Physera up here. Alright, can I just say? Like, this is killer. Dribble is going after it. But our girl Friday is very much controlling the space, controlling the time, and like, wow. A lot of moving around, a couple arcane flashes all over the place.
Thanks, super cool. Appreciate you stopping by. But what we can see is Dripple trying to hold on. They're at, what do we call that, Kara? Maybe 35%? They jump themselves into Ice Block.
You're
Frost Shield, as it's better known. Miss Friday, our Crusader Femme Fatale, misses with the chains, misses with the charge, misses with the leap. Dripple trying to get those arcane bolts up in that Broad's face. You can see, Carrie, you got a compliment on the chat that said that you were announcing very, very well. So I just wanted to pass that on.
Oh, hey, you guys. Thanks so much. Like, Kara loves you too. Like, seriously, thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, our loyal viewers, then, like, none of this would be possible. So thank you. Like, Ip and Love. Okay, Ip and Love to everybody. Girl, what are you doing? People want to see the fight. People don't want to see Kara in her Feywinter regalia, despite how cute it is. Okay, so, like, Dribble and Senriev still holding on. Oh, Dribble down to the end. Can Senriev finish it off? Or is Dribble going to stage a comeback? Nerp.
Oh, Miss Friday finishes the fight. How many more Fs can we think of? I guess it was just those three.
That was
All
cool, you
right.
guys. That was a treat. Does Valeruni get a fight? She's been out here like a few times. Oh, hey, Sauce Lord. What's going on, yo? We ready to do this? It looks like Valeruni and Sauce Lord are about to go at it. Represent Zerks, yo, and that's how you do it. Growl comments on that killer combo.
Yeah, they're rolling. They're rolling charge, they're rolling leap attack, they're rolling seize, and they're rolling earthbreaker. There's no whirlwind there. They're able to get the charge attack to work as well. Let me see that shoulder strike again. Yep, they're running concussive force on shoulder strike as well. So they're trying to maximize their ability to stun, which is what I was trying to do, but I had a hard time getting charge to work. So now I'm like chewing my nails and just wanting to go and kind of throw all the different skill points into getting charged up to like level 26, because that's working for Sauce Lord. I might have to try it on my own, and that's why I told him, hey, thanks for the info. Oh, because he actually finished it. He was actually able to go ahead and do exactly what I've been trying to do with this whole like setup, which was just be a stun monster.
Wow, you guys, that was zerking like it needs to be done. That was a pleasure to watch. And once again, like folks who want to represent Zerks, you know, like come to Friday Night Fight Night. We love seeing your style. We love seeing your characters. We love seeing your faces. Like, you know, it would be super cool, Carl, is if we could have a Shibiki Berserker. Hashtag enhancement request a Shibiki character type. They should be able to be Berserkers or what? Probably not priests. We have so many priests. What do you think Shibikis would also be?
I think they should make Varg archers,
Neat.
because I think at this point only elves are able to be rangers. And then I think they should do Shibiki berserkers.
Wait, there's no human rangers?
No, just elves.
Weird.
It's really weird if I remember how the classes are set up. So Crusaders can be either humans.
In the meantime, we're going to watch Sir Razzle and Hippolyta, but Growl, go ahead and continue because I have a feeling this is going to take a minute.
Yeah, this will. So let's get into some backstory, right? So at the dawn of time, there was the land called Physera, and we all joined it, and it's a North American server on the Xbox. Haha, see, you thought I was going to go into all this lore and shit. Nope, not going to. But anyway, we all joined Physera, and Shibiki Brew. Kara, what was the question again?
Like, who gets to be what class?
Okay, that's right. So, yeah, if you think about the count, it goes really weird, because elves can be one thing, and Vargs can be one thing, but then humans and Ippins can be two things each.
So, like, elves can be mages too, right?
Actually, they can be mages, so elves can be two things. So what it is there's two classes that can only have one race be that class, and then the other three classes can have one of two be of that. So here we go, ready? In Crusaders, you can be a human or an Ippin. For mages, you can be a human or an elf. For a ranger, you can be an elf. For a berserker, you can be a Vard. And for a priest, you can be a human or an Ippin. So I guess humans can be 3, Ippins and elves can be 2, and Vargs can be 1.
Did you get that, our loyal viewers? Make sure to fact check everything we're doing and let us know in the chat.
Hell, I don't even know if I got that.
Oh, of course you did, Growl. I'm just saying that because, you know, intellectual consistency and whatever.
Yeah, you know, kind of like not notoriety, reputation. But what's a different word for reputation? That's like notoriety. What's the application of said attribute?
Maybe if you had not used so
Reliability.
many dictionary pages to smoke some J's, you would be able to look that up in a dictionary.
all the words that I wanted to actually look up have been ripped out and turned into big fat blunts. That's
Hashtag
funny.
books are for reading.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be a cheap ass by wrapping papers.
Yeah, they got really good wrapping papers nowadays. Just
But
FYI.
like seriously, girl, to be honest, like if there's a book that you hate or a book that like you'll never read again, literally, you should actually probably use it for wrapping papers because like don't buy more paper, don't like waste paper. Nobody
No, I'm
needs
with you.
more paper in a digital world, okay? And since you
Yeah.
can't roll a digital J, use a book that you hate. Okay?
Interesting fact, and
And
correct
don't
me
hate
if
the
I'm
dictionary.
wrong, but there's no paper in Star Wars. There's no paper. Nobody writes anything. There's no paper in Star Wars. We can see Sir Razzle and Hippolyta. Oh, Sir Razzle finishes Hippolyta, jumps on the notoriety, and all of a sudden gets that last little bit of health from Hippolyta.
You know, come to think of it, like, the most bureaucratic organization in the Star Wars universe has got to be the Jedi Council, and, like, not even they have a binder in sight, right? Have we gotten to the stage of Friday Night Fight Night where everybody just has a melee? Because that's pretty cool. Here comes the Zerks, yay!
What do you mean, here come the Zerks? There's more Zerks here?
There were two Zerks who were just like beating up on somebody like right over down below where Kara was standing. So, and it was a bit of melee. So I was just kind of like, oh hey, did we get to like the crazy end part? But nobody is saying that this is over, you guys. So it looks like the Val chick. Hey, Growl, you did it! Okay, you guys, are you
All right,
ready?
let me remember how to turn on. How do I turn on PvP? Oh, nope, that is actually the buttons. I have to hold this one down. I got it on?
PvP mode has been enabled.
I don't think so. Am I?
It said it in chat, so yep.
Alright, let's see if it works. Alright, I have to remember what I'm doing too.
Alright.
Shoot me! Let's see if it works. Did it work?
So it didn't work, but
Yeah,
you better
there
get
we go.
busy, Growl, because the Vowel Lady seems to have your number. Nice leap attack. It looks as though Growl has been preparing for this. That is a great combo that we just did. Growl showing him what he's made of. Vowel Lady continues the assault with the Ranger attacks. Super cool, you guys. Growl is bobbing and weaving. This is a treat to watch, you guys. Not enough Zerks here. Growl blowing off some rage. Getting that whirlwind in there. You best look out. Vowel Lady got hit. That's right. Growl with the strike. Again with this combo that's just super sick. Get it, Growl.
Oh, here we go. Going
You can do
down.
it. Ah,
Yeah.
nice. GG's for Growl and GG's for Vowels. If there's anything I like, it's vowels and growls. So, like, GG's. Growl, how you doing?
Okay. Doing okay. It's really thrown me off that fucking charge works. I really am, like, freaking out. Oops. See, I can't even get up in the booth. I really want to go do another, just reset my skills. Because if it would do what I wanted it to do, that would be... Because I'm PvP. So when I was hitting them, I was hitting them for like less than 100.
Wow, you guys, Kara's been embarrassed. Like, usually that health ball is over 10 to 11,000. And then some if there's a panacea going on. Or a cheeseburger. So, anyway, we'll continue to pump Growl up. These things happen. Thanks everybody for the GGs and the encouragement. This has been a super fun night. Really glad to see like several Zergs come out. Well, it's actually just Growl and Sauce Lord, but like that's good enough for your friend Kara. So you're
Would it be weird to be like, hey, can somebody help me get notoriety for the first time so I know how that works?
That would totally not be weird at all because everybody else is like kind of asking that same thing when they're here. So like totally. I mean, maybe that's why Beetle Guys is here. I mean, hey, welcome Beetle Guys. That was a pretty dope ass mount that you had right there. It was all like Black Wolf and everything. Oh, hey, check it out.
Who is it? Is it Pinnacle coming in?
Who knows? But it looks like fun.
If I attack you, Kara, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I just wanted to go. Popias showed up. Who else we got over here? We were talking about having too much action in the peanut gallery. Sometimes if you go to like a... especially the past couple years, right? You go to a pro fucking football game, and there's more action in the stands with quarterback wives throwing pretzels at people, and fucking preseason games, people getting laid out, people dying and shit in the parking lot. Just fucking crazy. Maybe there's too much shit going on in the audience. That's why Growl came up over here, just to kind of take a look, because, you know, sometimes you gotta look. Sometimes it's, what do you call that when you look and you don't want to because it's horrible?
Being a dick.
Yeah, yeah. It's like totally being a dick. Oh, Randinator just got...
Wow, you guys, this appears to be like a disturbance outside of the fight. So yeah. Let's just watch and see what happens. It's like everybody's getting in on the action.
I kind of want to jump down there, can I be honest? I kind of just want to
Why
like
are
launch.
you not, Growl?
Okay. So let's do a big ol' fight at the base of the bridge type of deal. Maybe not even. I'm not even gonna... The matron Hippolyta has got this. She was the founder, the establisher. Ooh, Lady Envy showed up. Whoa, let's not get too... Sir Dabs, let's take a look at Sir Dabs. Ooh, Sir Dabs has got the, look at that. Sir Dabs looking good. Oh, where's Hippolyta? Oh, she's taking care of business. Let's let her do her thing. Oh.
Oh, hey, Stinkfist. Person with the name after the bus song, just so you know. There's all kinds of great people here. Look at Nora. Look at Leap. Look at Daz84. That's right, Joe. Divinatrix. That's a great one. All of our fighters today. Pope Pius. Miss you, dude. For real.
Whoa.
Stormseeker. Oh, hey, check it out. Sarazzle. Hey, so Senryo was the one we saw in that dope-ass mount in the very beginning with the celebrity outfit and the glasses.
Another quick look at the matron herself, Hippolyta. Then we'll take a look at the old gubbins.
Oh, look, it's Gubbins, you guys. Check it out. Hey, Gubbins.
Whoa, I'm having some really
That was
big camera
perfect.
issues.
You had like a full-on Gubbins shot. Pretty cool to me. We got some folks fighting over here. Like, it's Young Tony versus Miss Vowels. Let's check it out, you guys. From Growl's perspective, being a man on the street, look at that. We got all kind of great folks.
Oop, I super can't see it from here. That's why you got to get up in the booth. Because otherwise people can just get out of render range. Or am I totally missing something? Is the match over?
You know, Kara has just been hanging out up here and thinking Ippen thoughts and eating Ippen food.
Okay.
It seems as though there are multiple guilds here and not all of them like each other, so we're just gossiping a little bit. Okay, Sauce Lord declares that we are back to fight night, and I don't know about you guys, but I would listen to Sauce Lord when he speaks, particularly if he is going to fight Sir Dabs.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of bitch.
You guys have angered Growl. Like, just saying. So it appears that, Sir Dabs may be waiting on a competitor. Could be the Sauce Lord sort of fell off the side, maybe. But Sir Dabs is ready to do Fight Night.
Alright. Back to it. I just want to be like, come on! Honestly, I don't care about all the bullshit. I just don't want to deal with it. Just don't fuck with me, we're all good. And that's the whole thing. If you want to come up and be like, oh, somebody's fucking with our shit, you know, go 1v1 them. Put your best person against that person that, you know, I don't know.
Anyway.
Shibikis do it different. That's all I'm saying. Shibikis do it different. Ippins have an eat off.
I mean, we actually don't. We just have a buffet and everybody eats. Like, just so you know, Ippins are not, like, reactive and petty. Okay, guys, back to Friday Night Fight Night. This is totally fun.
Friday Night Fight Night. It is the night. It is Friday. It is Friday night. This is the Guild of the Six Shadows Promotions presents Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Bring all your hostility. Bring all your toxicity. Find a person. No, actually, you don't even find a person. Just walk out on the bridge. That's all you need to do. Someone will step up and fight you. Okay? If you got that much huach inside of your womp, then go ahead and just fucking step out there. 1v1 PvP duels. Let's start it from the top because I totally lost track. Hey, this is your dog Growl. Friday Night Fight Night. The Guild of the Six Shadows presents Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Head-to-head competition. No buffs, no pots, no exploits. Two combatants. Their skills, their gear, their will. And that's it. If you got a beef with someone, you know, you keep going out there on Friday Night Fight Night and you fight your way until they decide to step out. And then you take it one-on-one, head-to-head. No pots, no exploits, no buffs. That's what it's here for, right? We can probably set up a fight. It's been known to happen. It was done like that for a long time. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed, people. This is the Physera server. Right now it is Sir Dabs and it is Sauce Lord. Sauce Lord is working that Varg Justice. You can see exactly what Sauce Lord is doing. It's a 1-2-3 combination. Oh, and finished it. I'll give it a clap. So what Sauce Lord is doing is, let me think about it. Getting the shoulder strike in and getting the daze, following it up. So that's 1.5 second stun. Following it up with a seize, which should be a 2-second stun. Following it up with a charge, which tosses that person into the air. Okay? So then they come up and then they follow it up with a leap attack. There's no stun, daze, or anything with that, but it's a heavy hitter. And then following that up with an Earthbreaker, which is a big, heavy-hitting shot, and that's why you're not running any type of rage. So, you want to know the ins on the Vargs? You can talk to a Varg. Come here. I'll talk to you. I like talking. We can talk.
You want to talk about Dripple?
Is Dripple fighting someone? I'm not seeing anybody. Is it me?
No.
Has the Shibiki Brew blinded me?
Yes, but isn't it crazy because Kara's looking through her own little viewfinder and it's Miss Vowel who is fighting Sir Dabs. Sorry, not Sir Dabs, Dripple. Yeah, there's a lot of Shibiki influence in this conversation, just so you know. So Dripple is fiercely fighting back.
I was down at the Shibiki in Shibiki camp, and I talked to Rolo for a while, and I had a tonic, a tincture, a brew, a beverage, a bottle, a beer, an ale, a mead, a stout, a stein. I had barley wine, I had rice wine, I had
oh man,
red wine.
We had Miss Vowel and now she's out. But keep going, Growl.
We had pilsners and lagers, Hefas, stouts, lambics. We had liquor. We had liniments. And, you know what I did have that I think... Do you know what else I had, though? The last thing I had?
Did you have a fight between Hey Who's and somebody? Because it seems like that's what's going to happen next.
I don't know. Dripple wins. I guess Hey Who doesn't want to fight. I seriously, all I want to do is I just want to go fix charge. I just want to go fix charge right now. And then come back and then do my thing. Because I saw Sauce Lord doing stuff. And I was like, that's what Growl should be doing. I'm not fighting any priests, I'll tell you that right now. I'm sorry, Kara. You should go down there and you could just win. Because you're a badass little Ibn priest. Well, I guess you got no gear.
So definitely not winning against Pope Pius, who seems to be down there ready to fight somebody. Pope Pius, super legend. Oh, and is this Hey Who's who is taking it on? Nice, you guys. These are two really great competitors. Pope Pius is virtually unstoppable. Hey Who's is unlosable. Who knows? Anyway, they are both great, and let's see what happens.
Hey Who's blading that blade. Pope Pius getting smashed back. Pope Pius is a smart, methodical player. Oop, they were not able to get that health ball, but they just picked it up. Hey Who's was able to get and connect on that charge. But once again, that damage has got to come out by Hey Who's a little bit more. Because Pope Pius is just going to shield again and going to do another... Yep, there's that shield. And going to do another health ball. Missing with some blades. Doing a good double blades. Doing a nice toss. Oh, Hey Who's trying to finish the deal. Trying to finish it with a handshake. Pope Pius getting a couple last-minute shots off. Ooh, can they get that health ball? And what's that going to do? Oh, nope, they can't get that health ball. Pope Pius finishes it. Oh, excuse me. Hey Who's finishes it. Pope Pius was not able to get that health ball.
That was an incredible fight, you guys. Congratulations to Hey Who's on a big win. That is fantastic. Very nice.
I feel like we're setting up a fight club. Damn it. You don't happen to have something that you can pull out a warehouse merchant here, do you?
Unfortunately, no, girl. That is one of those rare items that Kara has not yet gotten a hold of. You want a mailbox? I can get you a mailbox. Looks like you got some stuff in the mail. In the meantime, it looks like Hippolyta is out here with PvP God. Nice to see a new competitor, okay? I hope that we can totally, like, see what PvP God can do and see if his title is actually accurate. We will find out.
Yeah, super cool. Going back for a minute. Sorry I didn't catch up with you until now. But yeah, agreed. Human Archer would be perfect. I would also say Varg Archer. Varg Crusader, I can see that too. If you look on some of the load screens, there's actually a Varg Archer, and there's a Varg that runs around with two swords. It's kind of crazy. So, you know, some of the in development and storyboards they had set up, they didn't come to full fruition. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Thanks to the fire for the GG. And then, yeah, this has been going on for a while. This has been going on since I believe Hippolyta had said from the start. So here we go. We got Crusader on Crusader once again.
So we are off with Hippolyta and Dark Sosa. I believe since these are both Crusaders, we are working in a no guard situation, you guys, just to keep it interesting. Forgive the wyvern in the background. So we are totally ready to check out a new competitor here. Thanks for coming out tonight, Dark Sosa. No matter what, it's a GG. These two are very competitive, and Dark Sosa is leaving no doubt as to whether he is ready to be aggressive, okay? Hippolyta takes no prisoners, though. Am I right, girl?
No prisoners. Once again, connecting on that charge. I don't know how she does it, but, you know, so good. It's not like 100%, right? It's 30%, maybe. Maybe even 50%. I mean, it's such a high ability to connect on that charge, because once again, right there, I don't know if she's doing it from such a close distance. I don't know if her button presses are just so fast, but Hippolyta is able to connect on the charges like none of the leaps or charges that I've seen from any other, and she actually finishes it with that.
Wow, you guys, that was a fast and furious fight. Nice job. GG's all around.
Yep.
It looks like young Tony has thrown his hat in the ring for the next fight.
Has young Tony changed the costume, or am I just eating shit?
It looks like you've got a shit platter with some shit sauce, a side of some curdled shit, and a beverage of some tasty barrel-aged shit.
All right. Damn it, young Tony. Ooh, I'm not seeing him on my screen.
Maybe young Tony was only here in our hearts the whole time.
All right. If this is one of these options or matches that are going to be completely like just I can only see one of them, I'm gonna do a skedaddle do. I'm gonna go and grab a scroll, and then I'm gonna come back. So if they start fighting and I can only see one of the combatants, I'm gonna telepost and go get a skill reset scroll and do a little quickness, a little something or other. All right, let's take a quick peek at the rules. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. We are looking for rule number 2. Missed rule number 2.
So Hippolyta put all the rules out previously.
Oh, I only got rule number 1. And then I think she went to rule number 3, which is no fighters can go back to back. Rule 4, if you can't get into a fight, message someone. Rule 5, 6 shadows will be trying to do their best to announce, but it's not always good. It's not always going to work perfect. I mean, they're trying to battle as well. Okay, I can see you and Tony. I can see Sir Dabs. We got the bullshit going in the crowd.
Oh, hey, Sauce Lord, what do you make of all this?
Saucy! Sorry. That's not Sauce Lord.
Wow, Growl, there he goes. Anyway, it looks like the fight is underway and like we can locate both of our competitors, thankfully. Young Tony and Sir Dabs are at it, you guys. Young Tony, the mage with the most. Sir Dabs is bringing some of that Crusader action, and we are using the environment to our advantage, okay? Young Tony is bobbing and weaving behind these columns. Sir Dabs is in hot pursuit.
Ooh, young Tony's able to connect with that arcane lightning, stunning Dabs for a moment. Dabs is going to have to close that gap and get some dazes in. Get some DPS out. Ooh, Dabs misses with the charge, misses with the leap. Young Tony tries to keep it accuracy by throwing those fireballs. Follows by following up with some arcane bolts and finishing the deal.
GG's, Sir Dabs. GG's, Young Tony. Nice job, you guys. Look at Hey Who's ready to jump in, like super eager. He is wanting an opponent. Who is brave enough to go up against Hey Who's, you guys?
Should I go for it?
Ah, looks like you did. Let's give a hand for Growl the Brave, you guys. This is super cool. Hey Who's is ready.
Oh, I gotta wait 6 seconds.
That's okay. We can totally do it. So the official result in Fight 22, Young Tony versus Sir Dabs, is Young Tony is the victor. So we are now ready to proceed with fighting. Looks like Growl might be going up against our girl
Crusader.
Friday. Let's see what we can do. Looks like our girl Friday has taken a couple of hits already thanks to Growl's attacks. Looks like a whirlwind is not gonna put her down easy. Although it's gonna be pretty fasheezy. Looks like we got that attack that is stun. And in hot pursuit. Check this out, you guys. Our girl Friday is Growl's got the charge and the whirlwind being highly effective. It looks like Senriev is losing some health. Next thing we got is a lot of space being covered by these two competitors, you guys. When you've got a charge and you've got a leap and you've got all these like ground covering types of things, it's very interesting.
Ooh, caught me with the...
No way. So we do know that it is somewhat effective sometimes. And it looks like Growl caught her too. And Whirlwind is being deployed again. What a good thing to do.
Ooh, caught me with the daze.
And caught her with daze. Let's see what Growl does with this next daze. Health is sitting at just about 50% for Senriev. Growl is sitting slightly lower. But we're gonna see what happens because you never can tell.
Oop, I just got a weird lag spike.
Yeah, so lag spikes, fuck them. Just saying that's the way that life is, but I wish it didn't have to be that way. These two competitors are...
Oh, I missed with the C's.
Ah! What's going on with that? C's is one of the best. Do it, Growl.
Fuck. I always do that. I always press in the direction.
Come on, Growl, you got this. Senriev is down to about the 35% mark, perhaps a little
Oh, I should have held it
less.
with...
Not quite.
Yeah, there it goes. Good job.
Hey man, there was that 1%, and 1% is something. GG's Senriev, GG's Growl, your host.
Oop, I gotta... Back to the thing. I actually gotta go reset, I think. Okay. And I think at this point, I'm super gonna... I just gotta go switch this up. I gotta take 3 minutes and grab something from the old warehouse, right? Let me do... That should work. Alright. I know this sucks. I'm sorry. Maybe, Kara, you can let us know what's going on in the pit?
Right now we have some action with the Val Queen and Hippolyta. They are going after it. Hippolyta is slowly stalking Miss Val's before taking
I've got
a
some good
strike.
stuff here.
It looks as though this is going to be a good fight, you guys, for sure.
Alright, sorry everyone. Sorry all my screamers, my puppies, my kittens. All my Ippins, Varg, humans. Excuse me, and elves. I just wanted to go get that skill reset. Because if I can get charged to work, even if I can only get it to work 5% of the time, that to me is good.
Looks like the fight is still going on between Hippolyta and Vowels. So, oh hey Raul, nice to see you again. And
See, that wasn't too long, was it?
and looks like we are getting to the maybe the end. Can't see Hippolyta's life, but there's certainly a fierce competition going on out here between these two.
Has Hippolyta hit with a couple of the charges?
Hippolyta has been very good at utilizing the space. Kara doesn't distinctly remember a charge, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. She just put out a charge like right this second. But we are very close,
Wow.
you guys.
Vaulina tosses Hippolyta. Hippolyta has the guard up. Ooh, and once again, that charge connects. And Vowel Girl is down. I'm sorry.
GG's, everybody. GG's.
That was a great round by Hippolyta. That was a great run by the girl with the vowels. The girl with the vowel tattoo. I didn't even read that or see the movie, but anyway. Favorite thing about RPGs is fucking inventory and changing skill points. Actually, it's completely not it. Okay. So... Alright, so let's go through this whole painful process for a second time. Apologies. Okay. Oh, I froze. Wow. Alright, that totally kicks that. We got Yun Tony, once again. Hey Who's. We got Crusader versus Mage. We got Accuracy. Yun Tony can really pump it out. Oh, they just amplified. So they are doing 100% crits. They have Frost Shield, also known as Frost Block or Ice Block. We got the charge. We got Yun Tony toss into the air. We got a couple of lucky savings picks and piggy banks out on the floor. Yun Tony able to whittle down Hey Who's a little bit further. Oh, nobody's going to get caught by that frost ball. But I think for mages, if you actually go into that frost combo, it actually gives you more mana. So he's just mana'd up. Hey Who's able to keep that distance, okay. Gonna have to really do something right here. Hey Who's is playing on the defensive. Really getting to the periphery, really getting to the boundaries of the bridge of the Six Shadows. Oh, tries to charge in. Oh, connects with Yun Tony. But Hey Who's ends up going down. Going down right at the same time as they were hitting that damage for Yun Tony. Alright, Grell's going back to this, and then Grell kind of fucked it all up, it seems, with pushing. Twelves takes it down to 20. Whirlwind's a bit of a money maker. But you can't leave leap attack like under 10. Okay. We will try that. We got Dripple the Mage. We got Aya. We got our Vowel Princess. We've got Notorious versus Notorious. We've got Ranger. We've got Mage. We've got Notoriety. We have not Notoriety. Oh, the Ranger pops up the Dripple. Oh, and finishes Dripple real quick. Wow, it seems like it's coming down to the end of things. Is this a rematch? Is this a Yuntoni and a Hey Who's rematch? Hey Who's closes the distance with charge, but doesn't seem to connect. Now there could be some lag going on, and that has been going on. Ooh, Assassin would be pretty cool, super cool. Interesting. Okay. Hey Who's with the blade strike forward, Yuntoni reeling back, missing with both of those arcane flashes. Whoa! Hey Who's leaping forward. Oh, Yuntoni with that accurate arcane and finishing Hey Who's right there for that last little bit.
Yes.
Do I have full health? I do not have full health. That's okay. If I jump down there. Oh! Dripple going against...
You're an illustrious example of courage.
Miss Friday versus Dripple. Ooh, she connects on the charge. Who is this, a new Hippolyta? Hippolyta up in the booth, taking a seat. Watching the action. Did Dripple just amplify? Oh, he amplified and took out Miss Friday. All in a couple really big moves. Wow, that was huge. That was a good match. It all of a sudden like went from something to explosion in just a really, really quick few seconds. But that's the power of the Bridge of the Six Shadows. You know, we're like losing some of these shadows. That's why Growl's getting out there, a little less shadowy. Feel like maybe I will have just a little bit of a chance. Oh dear Lord. Oh, hey who's? Sauce Lord? I will lose to hey who's. I don't even know if I still have the thing going. Alright, it's been enabled. So let's see him crush me. Let's do it. Got my helmet on and stuff. Dark Sosa. Oh, Dark Sosa's gonna... Well, that's kind of a bummer. Hey, who's was like my hero? Super wanted to like battle my hero. Now I gotta fight Dark Sosa, and that gives me all these like weird complexes because it's like Dark and like Sosa. Two things I'm like intimately afraid of.
Right.
Are we doing this? Am I even got PvP going? That's why I like to fight ranged people. Are we going? Are we gonna... Can we jump? No? No, are we not jumping? See? That's why I get all paranoid. If I know I'm gonna lose. Well, I'm just gonna start jumping at you, bro. Nope, now I'm gonna jump away. Oh, now I'm gonna jump at you. What are we doing? Alright, now I'm gonna sit down. Are we jumping? Are we not jumping? I'm so confused. This is some type of like psychological... This is like some gamesmanship. Like, I'm not even good. I've got like one piece of like PvP pants. And if you got like gamesmanship like this... I think my PvP's on. Is it not? No, now I gotta wait 7 seconds because I was all freaked out. Alright, alright. Well... I don't know what just happened. I thought I was ready. Super embarrassed. Super duper embarrassed. Okay, well, I'm just gonna sit up here. I have no idea what just happened. What did I miss? I don't know what I missed. I missed something. I guess we just wanted to do another back-to-back, which makes sense. Let's close it out. Let's do a third time. Best of 3. Did it go 1v1? Wow. Whoa. Holy. Did that just go down that fast? Wow, that went down like super fast. I should be on PvP mode. That's what I thought before.
Oh, hey, you guys, it's your girl, Kara. Well, it's your Ibn Kara, just so you know. Hey, Hippolyta, nice to see you up here. Girl, what's going on while Kara went and made sure that some eggs were laid as they needed to be?
Yeah, I was trying to go down there and yeah, I got super confused. It happens. You know, I'm a Vard. I think I threw everybody off. We should have them do a best of 5, I guess.
More numbers means more playing, right guys?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the Shibiki will be so proud. I am so drunk. Actually, I'm not so drunk. I could be drunker. I will work on reaching the next level in Shibikiism. Shibikitology? I will pay money to drink with Shibiki, and then I will see if my zygotes are strong enough by holding two pegs while I drink. I will hold 2 steins at the same time and drink them both. It's supposed to be a Scientology joke. It's really bad.
So yeah, girl, just so you know, zygotes are something that only female vargs have. But anyway, it seems like we've got a good fight going on between Senriev and Dark Sosa. I am presuming that there are no...
Hey.
What?
Hey, do I have buttons set up for this? I have a exclamation point. Hey, are Shibiki only male? Have you ever seen a female Shibiki?
So, fun fact, the Shibiki are the cousin race of the Ibn, hence our routinely small size.
Whoa, Dark Sosa, Miss Friday, just taking them out. Taking out all the newbies. Sorry, Kara, continue.
So, fun fact, Shibiki are the cousins of the Ibns, you know, like kind of distant cousins. But, you know, you can tell that's because, you know, we have similar sizes. And Shibiki also self-identify. So, it doesn't really matter. As in so many cases in life, who cares about gender?
All right. We have from the Six Shadows Leap, we have from Death Unleashed. Prior to Death Unleashed, they were in the Horsemen. Prior to the Horsemen, they were in Death Unleashed. We have Hey Who's. We have Leap versus Hey Who's. We have Ranger versus Crusader. We have human on human action, probably. Parentheses. We have strong combatants versus strong combatants. We have people that have been here, and we have people that have just shown up. Actually, I think Leap's been here for like a minute. But not as much of a minute as... It's been a full 60 seconds for Hey Who's. Hey Who's has been here like almost the whole time.
Yeah, I love the new energy, guys. Like, great to see Hey Who's and also great to see Dark Sosa. Like, new competitors are always welcome. Bring your friends, okay?
Yeah. We can see Leap trying to get some of those accurate arrows out there. It stumbles Hey Who's, but Hey Who's is able to close the distance and bash that blade. Slinging that blade around. Okay. That was a really, once again, that was a joke focused on a Billy Bob Thornton movie that I can't think of. Sling Blade. Sorry. It was a long time ago.
So earlier we had some Star Wars jokes, now we're doing Sling Blade. Our loyal viewers, what franchise do you think that we should skewer next? Let us know in the comments after you like and subscribe.
I think we've got Gubbins from Pinnacle throwing out a heart. We've got Hey Who's fighting strong. We've got Leap just getting knocked down. Leap using those stamps to try and get that distance. Hey Who's doing a little bit of a slam. Leap holding on to it with about 20% health. Oh my gosh, we got somebody that just dropped a fart bomb. I think it might have been, I don't know who it was. We get those when it's just you and me in the booth, Kara. And I know you are an Ibn and you process all of the food. Even all of the methane that is produced, your body as an Ibn repurposes that and turns it into teeth. All the farts that
So-
you have, you repurpose and turn into more teeth.
So you guys, very interesting that somebody would have like their mic on and just do that. Kind of looks like somebody is looking for attention. But honestly, the attention should be focused on these insane competitors. Like we've got Hey Who's, like, and Leap, two indomitable players. These are so great.
Yeah, this has been a good match. This has been a strong back and back, a back and forth. This has been a fourth and fourth. This has been a back and back. Hey Who's tries to close the distance. Leaping backwards, throwing those arrows, slinging them forward. Looking good with that bird on the shoulder. I'll tell you what. That's that Bless Pass outfit. That's like a white Apollo robe with like, right?
So,
Leap comes, or excuse me, Hey Who's comes in with the leap attack, finishes Leap with the leap attack. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like good advice. Oh gosh. Sorry. Growl has to go look at things for a second. Growl BRB.
It looks like Hippolyta is ready for another fight, you guys. We loved having her in the booth, and we are super ready to see who she wants to go up against next.
Yes.
Hippolyta is all about the running joke that she's going to be fighting her dad, who's Pope Pius. So this is going to be something very interesting, you guys, because we have one of the best crusaders in the game and one of the coolest priests in the game. Pope Pius is no slouch as a priest. Hippolyta is a top crusader. Hippolyta is also blowing up chat. Last announced fight, me versus my dad. Afterwards, we will continue Fight Night, but pause announced fights. So guys, this is going to be more casual, just kind of like chilling. For those of you who need to go join a boss run, QRB, do 1v1s, anything else, or just run through with a heart emoji, like some folks do. So thanks so much for coming here tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure. Your dog Growl and I will continue to hang out for a little bit. And we are totally ready to see that this is the night that Hippolyta finally fights her dad. Maybe she has had just enough of the Shibiki brew to finally do it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, but we're about to see Hippolyta take it on.
Pope Pius versus Hippolyta, Darth Vader versus Princess Leia. Did it ever happen? Only if Catherine Kennedy says it does. Dave Fioni, genius, keep it going. Give that person more responsibility. Him and Jon Favreau are supposedly rekindling the Star Wars movie because they were putting all of their tokens into Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan. Some of these, they were going to do Rogue Squadron as well. Some of the Disney Plus series. But hey, you know, if it's good, keep it coming. If it's The Force Awakens, you can keep it. If it's Rogue Squadron, keep it coming. Give me less Solo and a little more The Last Jedi. That's just the new shit. Really excited for Book of Boba Fett. I'm going to stop right there because this is Hippolyta, this is Pope Pius, this is momentous.
This is Fett Unleashed. Thank you, you guys. We are going to be back next week with more Star Wars fandom and standum, right?
Yes, yes. We've got the Guild of the Six Shadows versus the Guild of the Six Shadows. We have Priest, we have Crusader. We have Stamina, we have Blades, we have Holy Energy, we have Health Balls, we have Guard.
Do it, Hippolyta. Tell your dad
Pope
about...
Pius. Go ahead, sorry.
Do it, Hippolyta. Tell your dad about how bad you are that he never told you he loved you.
Damn. Hippolyta tossing Pope Pius into the air with that charge. I was going to say that Pope Pius dropped a couple of health balls and is able to connect and collect. Once again, right there. Wow, Pope Pius just unloading. I think Hippolyta might have just had the guard up and just absorbed, you know, and reduced all of that coming in. Once again, Pope Pius going and collecting that health ball, but getting tossed up with that charge. Hippolyta might be the best combatant in all of Physera, on all of Lumios. That's North America, Europe, Asia. With the charge skill. I'd be interested to see otherwise. I'd be interested to see another server that can do a world boss run in less than 100 minutes. We're going to try and scale that back here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to see if we can get all 30 world bosses done in 90 minutes. But that's going to be huge. But that makes no difference right here because this is Friday Night Fight Night. This is the Guild of the Six Shadows. This is the Six Shadows Bridge. This is the Guild of the Six Shadows Promotions presents Friday Night Fight Night 1v1 PvP duels. Right now it is Hippolyta versus Pope Pius. This is Guild on Guild action. There are no pots, there are no buffs, there are no exploits. There are just two combatants, their gear, their skills, their blessing, their will, their wits. Oh, and Hippolyta finishes the father. We are not Obi-Waning or Luke Skywalkering this shit. We are what's something. This is we're gonna do a Ben Solo Kylo Ren. We're gonna fucking stab our dad right in the lightsaber hole. Hippolyta won. Daughter beating father. GG.
GG's all around, you guys. That was a great fight. This has been a phenomenal fight night. As Hippolyta mentioned, that was the last official announced fight. We will now continue with unannounced fights. So whoever kind of wants to bust a move, like, you can get out here and do it. Or head somewhere else. It looks like everyone is chilling, getting ready to do some informal fighting. This is super fun. Is that Growl throwing his badass helmet into the ring?
Oh, I'm not gonna fight them.
What? Come on. You just said you were going to. Come on, Growl. That's like totally cool.
Okay. Oh, now is the time where Grell wants to just cause chaos.
Wow, you guys, young Tony, sort of getting it handed to him, but GG's all around. We know how fierce of a competitor young Tony is. Super nice.
Yeah, young Tony's got some good accuracy. Oops. He was fighting over here. Raising the whole Mega Brawl. Middle Brawl? No? Anybody want to go? Yumi? You want to beat me? Hello.
I will protect.
I will heed the call.
Dude, Growl, go get him.
Oh my god, my buttons changed. Oops. Well, that's not going to be a good thing.
Wah, wah.
Oh, wow. Damn it, I still can't get that to fucking work. I still can't get the fucking charge to work. I guess it's just got to be pilot error because there's just something I'm doing wrong. Come on, let's finish it. Yeah, we're good. Come on, come on. Don't stop, yo! I'll keep going. Oh, that was a cool, like, flashbang. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, do your thing, yo! I ain't... Oh, man. This fucking charge is so fucked up. It's gotta be me. Either that or it's my controller. What if my... No, it couldn't be, because if I usually have it bound to, like, B... Finish it. Finish it, come on. There we go. Do it! Do it now! Do it now! Thank you. Alright, GG. That was GG. Oh, too funny. Too funny. That was because the second time that I changed it all up. Register, that should be... C should be here. Leap attack. Whirlwind. Just enough to throw me off.
Thank you for attending tonight's Friday Night Fight Night, you guys. Growl and Kara will be back in just a few moments for the next phase of our stream. Thank you.
Alright, sorry about that. That was kind of some crazy shit. Lost track of what was going on. We're talking about Randinator putting forks in toasters. Boss run, running around. So I guess there's just more action in the audience than there is out on the actual bridge. But that's what happens. Not usually. Usually all the shit is really high and tight when it comes to Friday Night Fight Night. Usually it's all contained and it's just straight 1v1. There have been times, and this is not unheard of, tonight is not an anomaly. Tonight is not out of the norm where all of a sudden, you know, the peanut gallery starts going on. Where there's just stuff that goes down and stuff that happens. Oh, somebody really wants some Sir Razzle. Yeah, we've had other people come in. We've had other people get beasted out, but they keep coming back, and I get it. I super get it. But for right now, I'm just gonna kick it right here and check it out. Hang out with my friend from Pinnacle. Rayan?
Thank you for that man on the street reporting, Growl. So it has been super cool to see you guys here with the Bridge of the Six Shadows doing Friday Night Fight Night. Your girl Kara is going to go join one of the many boss runs that is going on right now. So thank you so much, you guys, and we will see you in the mañana. Have a great one. Growl.
Stay there,
back
Kara.
to you.
I was trying to get you in center stage. All right. Well, Kara is out. She is going to jump into a boss run. So thank you once again, Kara. You are always an asset, and we always love having you around. Thank you for representing our quiet small guild that is the Team Venture.
Same Z's.
Thanks for your enjoyment and your excitement for Friday Night Fight Night, because you help make it what it is, because it's not about Growl, right? It's not about anybody individually. It's about all of us. It's about all of us coming together. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. All of Bless Unleashed. All of it, start to finish, front to back. I don't know if those things really matter in kind of talking about it. But we're going to talk Pope Pius. We're going to talk a little Hippolyta. But that's what we got.
Yes.
We got the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Sorry, I got some Shabiki saliva going on. Let's go ahead and take it off now. 14,653. Good job, Pope Pius. But yeah, this has been the longest running, and it still is, the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. We're not going to necessarily stop the stream right here, but just want to call it out. This is the Bridge of the Six Shadows, hosting the Six Shadows Guild promotions, presenting Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels, no pots, no exploits, no buffs, just head-to-head action. We got Gubbins. We got Hippolyta. We got Vowel Lady. We've got Friday. We've got Toasty. We've got Yumi. We've got Pope Pius. We've got Sasuke. We've got our friend the Vowel Girl. We've got Friday. We got everybody. We got Eisenstein, Sir Razzle, Sir Dabs. Damn. What a good solid server. North America Xbox. Oh, we got Leap. Got Leap versus Hippolyta. Checking it out. If you're not here on Friday nights, usually, a couple hours earlier than Fight Night usually goes on, we're actually going to find ourselves on Lynn Lily Beach. So, let's jump ourselves into the booth one last time. We will close it out for this evening. Hey, wait, what? Let's take a quick look. So, I'm not seeing... It's kind of like a penis-y type thing right there, but I'm not seeing a big fat vagina either. So I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is an Ippenhelbel. Anyway. In hindsight... Oops. Let's close this up a little bit. Let's make this all intimate, right?
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah, right. Well, I would like to thank you. I have been your dog Growl.
I will fight with honor.
This has been another Friday. This has been another Friday night. This has been another Friday night fight night. Put it in the books. Put it in the books. These are 1v1 PvP duels. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed.
Right.
This is Friday Night Fight Night. The Six Shadow Guild proudly presents Hippolyta Promotions Friday Night Fight Night. 1v1 PvP duels. Let's see what you got. You got beef? Don't get toxic in chat. Come out here. You know, if you need a fight set up with somebody, it can be done. We can make it happen. But tonight is Friday night. It's all about community. It's all about joining together. Look at all those people. Friday Night Fight Night is done, and we still got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a few, like more than 5 people here. Still duking it out. Still testing their mettle. That's Physera. That's Xbox. That's North America. This has been your dog Growl. I'd like to thank you from Physera. I'd like to thank all my puppies and my kittens. All my screamers, my elves, my Varg, my humans, and my Ippins. Any Shibiki out there that are still awake. And if you're drooling on yourself, then hey, get a burrito. Stuff that crawl with a burrito and then get some more Shibiki brew, and you know what? You'll be okay. But just want to thank you once again. This is Friday Night Fight Night, the longest running community event in Bless Unleashed. I have been touched by the Shibiki a little bit. Actually, I've drank a lot of Shibiki brew. Feeling quite good. Might see about jumping into an RB or something like that. If you're curious and you're on Xbox, this is a free-to-play game. Friday Night Fight Night. Come check it out. This is Growl. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Signing off. I'm going to sit down for one last time. We will see you soon. Thank you. Physera out.